a great idea. Taking the radio show and putting it on television. It's brilliant. Explosive television. Shocking television. This is good television. This is genius.
Since the E! Show is so good and everyone likes it, I've said, I'll show you a couple of items from my office. We never get to do this.
Yes.
You know, back in my office, we get so many things in the mail from our listeners, and some of them actually remain in the office. Some of them we throw out. The ones that remain are usually the better things.
Mm-hmm. The collection is what you're talking about.
Yeah. Here's something someone sent me. This is the Howard Stern doll.
I like that.
I like that, too.
I love that wig.
I love the wig, and you can see it's...
It's actually porcelain.
There he is. Hi, Howard. Hey, don't bother me.
That's not a puppet, Howard.
Shut up, you idiot.
That's a doll.
Well, all right. Come on. I'm putting on a little show for television. Isn't that great? It's like the Home Shopping Network. I could market all these items.
I would like that doll. See, I would get that doll.
Hey, did you hear the one about O.J. Simpson, Howard? Oh, look at that. I'm not moving my lips, Robin. Hey, did you hear the one about O.J.
Neither
Simpson?
does the doll, so it's perfect.
Yeah, but he's got hair in his face. You can't see him. Isn't that great? Well, there it is. That's the Howard Stern doll. Someone made that. It was very nice.
Very cute.
Very cute. Now, this is something I really like. This is this hangs in our office. This is a picture of our old TV producer from our Channel 9 TV show. Yeah. This right here is a mask. And you can wear it if you want to be funny at parties and stuff. You just put it on, and it's like, you know.
The Dan Foreman mask.
Yeah. Hey. Fred, you want to try it on? Yeah, Fred, this is a favorite of Fred's. I always like Fred to wear it. Yeah, watch Fred with it on. You'll see this on E! Television if you tune in. And for those of you who don't get it, I don't get it either. I empathize with you. The cable companies are holding you hostage. There he is. Look at Fred. Isn't that great? Look how good he wears it.
And then he does the voice.
It's not happening. It's not happening this week.
All right.
Sue Simmons is a great gal.
Now that guy is the producer of the Channel 4 News.
Yeah.
Take two.
There you go. All right, very good, Fred. Now, here's something that I really love. I got this in California. This sits in my office all the time. Let me see if I can set it up for you. Haven't played with it in a while. I've showed Robin this. This is a prototype for a Baba Booey monkey doll that someone developed. And I met the guy. He's a nice guy. And what you do is if you squeeze this hand, let me put the microphone in front of the monkey's face.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
And then if you squeeze this hand.
Monkey, 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 monkey.
All right. And then if you squeeze his foot. I think if you squeeze his foot, he does something. No, I guess not. It's just a hand. Oh, let me see. Wait a few.
Maybe the feet were to come.
Yeah, he comes when you squeeze his feet.
Oh, stop it. That's not what I meant, that he was going to add something to the feet.
He comes to you. All right, that's it. Anyway, so that's the prototype for that. Supposedly the one the guy's working on now, well, you press his feet, he'll pick his nose. All right. Then, this I thought was interesting, Robin. You saw this. We got this the other day. A guy made a Howard spanking a woman out of Scotch tape. This is all tape. See it?
Oh, yeah. That's very inventive.
All Scotch tape, if you could see it. That's pretty good. You could see that. And then, this is my favorite picture that was ever sent to us. When my book... actually, this is two women, two models, fighting over my press photo, my old press photo. And they're in bed wrestling each other. And I love this picture. I thought I'd show it at home. Look at that.
That was even before the book.
That was before the book. Look at that. Isn't that great? And these two, I wonder if they really love me.
You've never met them?
I think I did meet them, and they said they would sleep with me. Well, actually, they didn't say they would sleep with me. In my mind, they said they would sleep with me.
In your dreams, you met them.
But I figure I could get them. Hey, look at O.J. Look what he was getting. I could get some of that. Okay, so you got that.
Did you see that Playmate?
What Playmate?
That O.J. was calling on the phone on Sunday.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, Playmate. Yeah. Oh, and here's one more thing I'll show to our audience who watches this on TV. This is the creme de la creme. Robin presented me with a picture one time of herself. It's a big picture, and it's beautiful.
You didn't bring that in.
Yeah, this is great. Robin presented me with a picture, and we hung it. She says, hang it in the office, and she wrote on it. She says, you can write on it. It's a special material. What is that material?
I don't know exactly how they make it, but you use a special marker, and then you can erase and rewrite. And
so I hung it on the wall, and all the guys would just scribble on it all the time. So sometimes we erase it and we write it, but right now it's pretty full.
It's a work of art. It always changes.
Everybody graffitis Robin's picture. So here it is. And as you can see, Robin got her braids. Robin went to the braided hair look. And when you first went to the braids, they had to weave in these phony braids,
right.
And they kept falling out of Robin's head. And every time...
Because my hair was so short, as
right.
you can see in the picture.
Every time one would fall out, the guys would add braid mustache, braid earrings,
yes.
braid headband, and even hairs on the chest, and then braids over here on the wrists. And there it is. And Robin even wrote an inscription to me. It says, "Thank you for being me."
No, it doesn't say being me.
What does it say? "Thank you for
loving me
as much as I love me." Robin Quivers. And there she is, and you see her cleavage, beautiful cleavage. And Robin has a little Chinese tattoo on her chest, and someone drew it in, a little Chinaman on there. And then he says that means, and we're always trying to figure out the meaning of Robin's tattoo, and this one says, Robin's tattoo means "I dig gooks."
Oh, stop
and there
that.
it is.
Who wrote that?
I don't know. And then, let's see.
That's not funny.
And somebody drew little lines up here.
I think those are supposed to be more braids.
More braids.
When I got the braids, people tried to put hair on the picture.
Yeah, so there it is. That's a big favorite of mine, and you can see that on our E-show.
That was gotten in response to the fact that I have a huge picture of myself in my apartment.
Yeah.
That picture's not as big as my picture.
Right. Now, Robin has a picture of herself hanging in her living room that is 3 times the size of this. 3 times the size of this.
Oh, stop. It's not 3 times, but it is bigger.
It is big. 2 times. Would you like to show your actual tattoo, Robin, to the camera? Yeah. I mean, if you don't mind, a little cleavage shot there?
Yeah. A little cleavage shot. Well, I don't know. How did they get this? Where is my tattoo? I don't remember.
It's on that side.
Is it? Oh, yeah. There it is.
Let's see.
Can you see that?
Let me see. There it is. I'm sure the camera's picking it up.
I'm sure they're getting it now.
Can you lower that a little more? We'll see one hooter.
No.
Come on, for the E audience.
Only the tattoo.
No hooter? A D for the E. 1 D cup. All right, Rob. Very lovely.
There you go.
Very beautiful. Whatever that means.
That's what it means. Very lovely, very beautiful.
Very beautiful. Okay, let me do this. Now that we've done the TV segment of the show, let's go to some commercial break, come back real quick and get right to our phones, and I'll tell you what's going on for the day. There's a whole bunch of things to play you, but I must take this break first. Oh, now I feel good. You know, me and Amy Lynn have a song.
I didn't know that.
It's MC Hammer.
That's your song?
Yeah, well, it was on we were in the hotel in Cleveland with all the girls. And she was there, and she let me rub her back. So... To
this music?
So the radio was on, and this song was on. I go, I love this song. She goes, I thought you liked rock. I go, no, I like this. It's like, yeah, and this. I go, boy, this is a great song. Meanwhile, I had nothing to do with this song, but it's cool because I wanted to do a lot more to her, and she was moaning and stuff, and all of a sudden I go, oh, I love this song, and she goes, you do? I go, yeah. Got me horny. I was moving my hips all of a sudden. I was rubbing a girl to this song. And every time I hear it now...
That'll make a song a hit for you.
Yeah, and every time I hear it now, I think of Amy Lynn.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how it's doing on the chart.
Think about Amy Lynn on your lap. And Billy, you were there.
Yeah, her breasts were breakdancing.
Right.
Doesn't matter what music was on.
Yeah, right. Well,
you would have liked anything.
Yeah. This happened to be on the radio, and I was like, yeah.
You could have fell in love with Frank Sinatra.
I was dancing like a black man.
Yeah.
I was like,
hey, now.
Hey, wouldn't I be a fun single guy, Ralph? Seriously, man, could I throw a party?
We'd have a blast.
I guarantee you, if I got single tomorrow, Fred would leave his girlfriend, Billy would leave his wife.
Eddie?
Yep. I guarantee you, I'd have every guy here divorced.
Get single, Howard. I don't think you can make that happen.
I'd have every guy divorced. Gary would have to leave his wife. Ronnie, the limo driver, would have to leave his wife. It would be... Yeah.
It'd be like Ocean's 11. It would be like a rat pack.
You think Billy's leaving V?
Yep. I'll have him hooked up in a week.
You know what I think?
I'll have him away from V in a week.
No, V would go.
There's a lot of women praying I never get single. I'll tell you another guy who's going to be divorced if I ever got divorced.
Who?
Dominic Barbara.
Come on. Oh, I believe that.
Yep.
Don't forget Ronnie.
You come up so far.
Yeah.
More girls.
Ronnie is in trip. Ronnie's not leaving anybody.
Ronnie, the limo driver?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's not leaving anybody. He's not.
Hold on.
Just wait.
He'll admit it right now.
All right, I got to hear him say this.
No question.
I got to put that song back on.
You need that.
That's me and Amy's song.
That's your single song.
If I'm... Hey, Ronnie.
Yo.
You got a client in the car?
No.
Okay.
No.
If you listen to the radio?
No, I just dropped somebody off. I just turned it on. I just caught the end of it.
Good, I'm glad. Hey, tell me something. Tell me if you recognize this song. You ready?
Okay.
All right, wait a second. Oh, no, he wasn't there.
No, he wasn't
That's right.
in Cleveland. I didn't know whether you had been playing this for him in the car.
No,
or
no.
back.
I rubbed Ronnie's. Ronnie, if I got a divorce,
Yeah.
would you divorce?
No choice.
Right.
Oh, Ronnie, you know you're not leaving anybody.
If I was single tomorrow,
No choice.
you're leaving your wife,
I
right?
have no choice.
Right.
Either that, it would be leave you or leave her.
Right.
You think Ronnie could drive around with all the... I mean,
No,
you have girls piled into the back.
I'm telling
So
you,
you're not leaving Howard, you're leaving your wife.
there's a lot of women praying out there that I don't get single.
I can't believe you said that.
No choice.
Dominic even told me he'd handle...
We talk about this all the time.
Yeah, in fact...
Howard, you know what you got to do?
Yeah.
I know you're not leaving your wife. You got to pretend. You got to make it so good that everybody thinks. Because I want to see what would happen.
Yeah. Let me tell you how all hell would break loose.
Yeah.
Baba Booey would be divorced in 2 years because he got the baby coming. That'll take him 2 years.
So he has to hang in for a while.
Yeah, but he will get divorced. Stuttering John, all those guys will break up with their girlfriends. Fred, definitely out the door with his girlfriend. Definitely.
Freddie.
Freddie might not even know it.
Bags would be packed.
You want to know something?
Kidding.
Freddie, when we were in Cleveland, you were practically single. Already.
When you're past the Mississippi, things happen.
Right.
It's that plane rule. When you get on a plane, yeah.
Baba Booey would wait until the kid had teeth, and then he'd leave. Kid could fend for himself. Billy, I know Billy's in love with V and all that, but I'm telling you.
Yeah, he moved up to the woods with her.
Billy's one of those guys who had to go to rehab because he's so under my control.
I mean, you're telling me he's off the wagon and everything. Yeah. Billy could not stay on the wagon if you guys were partying all
No. He would stay on the wagon.
You think so?
Yeah, because I would be on the wagon, too.
Yeah, these guys aren't druggers. They would go for women.
That's all. The women is our drug.
It's not drugs. They're going to have a few beers.
I'll do some drugs.
Oh, he could have a few beers. You can handle that, can't you, Billy? You're not a pussy. I mean, you can handle a few beers.
A couple.
Billy, according to Billy's wife, he used to be a wild man.
Yeah. What about Robin?
I'll be off the show.
Robin will be the same as she always was.
No, I'm not going to stay here with you crazy people.
Oh, man.
Yes, you are.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Oh,
She'll be in the
no.
room.
I told you. There's no way I can work with you.
Somebody on the show is going to get her.
I can't think of one guy who's going to remain married after I get divorced. There isn't one.
I'll get Robin.
Billy will have Robin.
Yeah, I'll be singing that song. Hey, ho!
And I'll never get rid of Ralph. I mean, Ralph will now be in heaven.
He's marrying.
Ralph's dream is that I get divorced.
He will get between you and any woman you might try to get serious with.
Right.
When I go over to the house, I try and put some stuff in Allison's food.
Right.
Make her a little sick.
Slowly kill her.
Ralphie Lynn.
You know, can you imagine? I mean, it's pretty wild right now, and you're married. But you know, imagine if you were.
Yeah, it's wild for you. You end up with all the girls.
You're the only one that act on it.
In fact, if I ever got single, there'd be nothing left over for you.
Yeah, this is good, just like it is now.
I'm telling you, man, you can rub a girl down to this. Look at me, I'm even dancing.
Oh, I wish you could do this so I could see everybody's life fall apart.
I gotta take a break. Come on, everybody, let's dance, all of us. Come on, yeah!
They don't realize how old they are.
Go Howard, go Howard, go Howard.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's Mr. Party Man.
Hey, where's you guys? Aren't we partying?
Yeah.
Like Cleveland. Come on, it's Cleveland. Come on, you guys, Cleveland.
We need girls.
I wish it on all of you.
Homewrecker music.
Yeah, I like...
I wish it on all of you.
This black music is a bad influence. How do I dance, Robin?
I don't even know what to do. All I can see is your arm going up and down.
You're not seeing my groin go.
You got that pelvis thing.
I got that pelvis thing going, right? Wasn't that good?
That's very good.
Damn right.
He's like a Spanish man with that pelvis.
You should be on
I know.
TV grind show.
I'm like Ricky Ricardo.
Yeah.
Let's do a dance show. Hey, we got a TV camera in here.
So bring in some girls. You have a dance.
Come in. Come on over here. Hey, let's have a dance show.
Well, not today.
Hey, tomorrow. Hey, Baba
White
Booey.
girls
Hey, Baba
come in there
Booey.
with their dance outfits and look like MTV for a change.
Yeah, come on. Shindig 94 tomorrow. Let's do a dance show on E. Hey, Baba Booey, come here. Come here, you big tooth bastard. We're going to put together a little party. We're going to dance to this song.
It's all good.
Go Booey, go Booey, go.
What was that?
Go Booey, go Booey, go.
You want to be dancing like Alex Howling?
Yeah.
On the cover of the post?
With models.
Hello, Baba Booey.
There he is.
Hey, Baba Booey. Hey, let's do a dance show tomorrow. Get some girls.
How about Amy?
Yeah, Amy.
Yeah, you want to dance with Amy, don't you?
Yeah.
You might need a day to prepare.
Screw prepare. A day to prepare. I don't prepare nothing. Fred, who do you want to dance with? We could each get our own girls and switch over.
You mean like we could just pick girls?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I want to dance with Stacey Galena. Can we fly her in?
Fly her in, yeah. Yeah.
Now you're getting wild.
Hey, look at her taking, look at
Hey, Heather Barrett. Get her. Yeah.
Miss Howard Stern.
She said stop using her last name. Heather.
Don't, just call Heather. Yeah.
Heather. Heather?
Sandy Butt.
She's in L.A.
That's you. That's you.
Yeah, 2-for-1 special.
Hey, call Kim Bassinger.
Bass singer.
Whatever. Call her.
She wants to be at the dance party?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Hey, what's with you guys? How come I'm the only one dancing?
Because it's so fun without girls.
You guys suck.
Dance with each other.
Hey, let's practice, Ralph. Come on over and dance with me. Come on. Come on. Dance with me, Ralph. Hey, where are you, man? How come you don't dance?
Get over there and help him.
What's the matter? You embarrassed to dance on camera?
He wants a waltz.
You want to bring Rich back?
You know what he needs? He needs a couple of ice lights.
Hey, where's that gay guy? Get him in here to dance with me. He'll dance with me.
Singer in here.
I got to practice for the big dance party
Get
tomorrow.
Scott in here.
Good.
Right.
Hey, you mind dancing with me, Gay Rich? Come here, Gay Rich. Here, for the dance party.
Oh, this will be good.
Hey, pretend you're a girl. Come over
Put a
here.
wig on
That's
him?
not hard for him to do.
Give me a headphone
Put a pharaoh wig on him.
so we can hear the music.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm no homo.
But this is what the party's going to look like. Just pretend he's
Hey,
a
you
girl.
ready? Just pretend. Ready? Go.
All right. Get down, Wolf.
You two are so crazy.
Get out of here. What are you, crazy?
Oh, he's into
Are you
it.
nuts?
I think he could score.
Dancing with a guy.
I think we need him at the party. He's like a catalyst.
You could be in the party. Bring one of your homo friends.
No, bring one of those girlfriends from high school.
Yeah.
Bring one of those models you
One of
hang
those
out
cheerleader friends.
Yeah.
Bring your boyfriend.
All right, I got to take a break here for spots. We'll plan the dance show later, but Robin, we got to come back and do the news and all that
Yes.
right after these words. Oh, now I feel good. Just got Spin Records. Your hair up, baby, hair up.
Baby.
Give me all your hair glue. Give me all your hair glue. I'm the spark plug.
Scott, do you want to DJ tomorrow?
Sure, why not?
Can I have a string like attached from the ceiling that we can we do hair up?
No.
Yeah, and I work his hair during hair up.
like a fishbowl.
You want me to wear my
Hair up.
tux?
Hey, can you wear your tux for tomorrow? That would look good.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. With the green shirt.
Music the way you want it.
We could do the electric slide, too.
What?
The electric slide.
The electric slide.
You do the electric slide?
That's the electric slide.
I love this show.
Doesn't he have a saucer to get back to Mars on?
All right, why don't you'll do the disco DJ work.
You got it.
We'll have the girls in here dancing. We'll have the gay guys. We should have Scott's Wig Up song.
Yes.
Should we take that song, Hands Up, and recut it so it's Wig Up, Baby Wig Up?
We can do that.
Can we? Fred, can you do that?
Sure.
And then the interns could do their own little dance party.
Be
Where
the
they,
Scott dance.
yeah.
A new craze.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That Scott dance is my favorite.
Yeah, well, I got Ralph hooking up the pole to his wig. So it's gonna be an all-day thing hooking that up.
Wigs up, baby.
That's
wigs
it. That's
up.
as hard as it'll go.
Yeah, I'll just pin into it.
Okay.
That'd be funny.
I mean, if you would have got me last week, it was all loose. And the whole thing was up.
That's when you were showing me when you were showing me.
Yeah, it went like that.
If we continue with this concept, we ought to try to make it somehow electronic. So every once in a while, you can just flip into a wig dance.
Well,
with
if I wrap a battery and put his feet in water, I can put a low shock through his wig. Make him raise up on its own. Scare him. Give him a low voltage. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Coming up next is Robert Klein with some of the hottest comedy in town. It's stand-up, sit-down comedy with special guest Anthony Griffith. Not Andy Griffith, mind you. Anthony Griffith is coming up next.
Putting it on television. It's brilliant. Explosive television. Shocking television. This is good television. This is genius.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Howard Stern Dance Party.
Yeah, right there.
The dance show that is positively pagan.
First I have to bum the bass like this.
Nasty with no entertainment value. And totally exploits beautiful women.
Are we on the ass?
And a couple of homos dancing in scanty clothing and dim lights.
Homos!
Married men. How delightful. And now, here's your host.
The main squeeze of the airwaves is about to explode.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, your host of the big dance show, Robin.
Yeah.
Hey, get my disco ball on.
Oh, you're already ready, huh?
Yeah, I'm dancing. I got to get my big disco jacket on. I brought one
You
in.
bought a disco jacket? I think that's a nice outfit to be dancing in.
You think so? This is a little too casual. Hey, you know, we ought to introduce some of the people who are down here for the dance show.
Sure.
So, first of
We
all...
want everybody to get to know the girls, don't we?
Yeah, well, this is a woman who... I don't know how Gary knows her, but he knows her, and she used to dance on that MTV dance show.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a professional dance show person.
And what does she do now that she's not on Club MTV, I wonder?
She does our club, Club Howie. Hey, what's your name? Oh, hi. Oh, man.
Hello.
You're hot. How old are you?
Thanks. 24.
Super. That's the right age for me, a 24-year-old.
That's what you think you'd like?
Yeah, I like 24-year-olds the best. And you're a professional club dancer?
Yes.
Like you go to clubs all the...
Retired.
Are you retired?
No, from Club MTV I'm retired.
Yeah, right.
It shows off the air.
So what do you do now? You just go to clubs and dance?
No, I still dance once in a while. I do choreography. But now I model bathing suits and stuff.
You could never love a guy like me, right?
Of course I could.
You could?
Yeah.
Super.
You mean a guy on the radio?
Yeah. You could love a guy on the radio, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be in television.
True.
All right. Hey, what are you wearing? You wearing all the girls are wearing bikinis, right?
Oh,
For the let me see your
Okay,
bikini.
my red, white, and blue. For
Are those breast implants?
No.
Those are yours?
I'm
No.
Italian. What do you expect?
Italians have big breasts?
Yeah.
All
Those are
right.
Italian breasts?
Yeah.
Man. That's your nose or a nose job?
My nose.
Really? All right, anyway, so also coming in for the big dance show, let me introduce 𝗦𝗫𝗲 is going to be on the show, right? Where's 𝗦𝗫𝗲? Hey, you can sit there.
Okay.
Don't move. Hey, can I see your bikini? Or, yeah, let's see. This robe? It'll look good for the camera. Wow, what a body on
Now,
you.
where does she
God.
model bathing suits?
Oh, if I could make love to you, I swear to God, I'll marry you right now. I'll divorce my wife over the air.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. You'd be married again right away.
I know.
No partying for you.
I'd like you to be my girlfriend. Would you accept?
Yeah.
You will?
Would you have an affair with a married man?
Yes.
No, I couldn't do that.
For me, you'd do it, though, right?
Maybe for you.
Thank you. I gotta have that. By the way, everybody loves 𝗦𝗫𝗲.
Here he is.
Where is Sun Yi? You didn't bring her to the dance show? What? No? By the way, we're starting a new feature, 𝗦𝗫𝗲 weather.
Weather.
Yeah, but by the way, I want to thank 𝗦𝗫𝗲 for coming today. And 𝗦𝗫𝗲, you'll be at the dance show, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you, don't you think?
I love to guzzle a few beers and grind a few chink babes.
By the way, I'll be putting in the strobe lights and everything, 𝗦𝗫𝗲, and you'll be able to dance with any of our beautiful models if you want.
In the strobe light, Sun Yi's slanted eyes look like yellow coin slots.
Hey, where is Sun Yi? Seriously, where is she right now, Sun Yi?
Sun Yi is home making egg rolls.
Well, 𝗦𝗫𝗲, it's a pleasure to have you on the dance show. And what is the weather today? It's 𝗦𝗫𝗲 weather, Robin.
All right.
Our new feature.
Today it's hazy like my mind when it comes to my family.
All right. No, but you know what? I know it's an honor to have you on the dance show. I know it took a lot of nerve for you to come in on the dance show. And I appreciate you being here today. Hey, why did you come to the dance show anyway?
I want to nail a white bitch today for a change.
𝗦𝗫𝗲.
You said it. What are you shaking your head for?
𝗦𝗫𝗲's upset. 𝗦𝗫𝗲, thank you so much for coming in today. And come back and dance later, okay? All right, that's 𝗦𝗫𝗲, everyone, with the weather.
Weather.
And I still don't know what the weather is. Okay?
Hazy. It's a family situation.
Right, yeah. All right, anyway, I want to get a dance with you on the dance show, by the way.
Definitely.
Yeah. We're going to be dancing to one song, and then we're going to do Wigs Up. Who else is here, Gary? Bring some other women. Bring some other women for the dance show.
Nicole?
I got to get my big disco jacket on. I brought one
You
in.
bought a disco jacket? I think that's a nice outfit to be dancing in.
You think so? This is a little too casual.
Oh, you got to dress up to dance?
Hey, Ralph, you retard, bring in my disco jacket. All right. How's this, Robin?
Well, that's a little flashy, don't you
think so? Gary, one at a time, bring everyone. Scott, the engineer, by the way, will be in full tuxedo for Wigs Up, where we actually lift Scott's hair to the music.
There's
Scott.
Tuxedo.
I got to ignore Camille. Keep my mind on the show. All right, first of all, here's Scott. And Scott, you will be lifting your hair up?
That's what I was told, yes.
Right, okay. So you'll be, I'll actually be lifting your hair up while we sing Wigs Up, baby, Wigs Up.
That's correct.
All right.
Howard, should I start bringing the girls in?
I'm just looking at Scott's cummerbund. It's screaming to get released. It's like straining against his belly.
Okay, I'm going to start introducing the girls.
Okay.
Okay, we'll start with somebody you know.
All right, who's this?
Elaine. This is 1994 Miss
Howard Stern goes first. Miss Howard Stern, 1994, Elaine Marks. Here she is. And, of course, Robin said to me, do I hear a baby out in the hall? And I go, yeah, there's a baby out in the hall. What's the deal? You won't take off your denim top for the dance show?
Oh, boy, here we go.
Why aren't you taking your denim top off?
I will if you really want me to.
I will.
No, I'm not talking like that.
I'm a very respectful woman.
It has everything to do with it. Please, I'm not talking that way.
She's trying to change her voice?
I know. I have changed my voice.
No, you haven't changed your voice.
Have.
All right, so, hey, maybe each girl should come in dancing. Hey, show us an example of your dancing, all right?
Some music.
All right, here, hold on. Here we go.
Your favorite
This is the song we're going to be dancing to, all right? This is the show. Hey, hey, Camille, can I see you dance?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Now, Camille is a good dancer.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. What, you take a few lessons?
She was an MTV dancer.
You took lessons?
I started dancing when I was 4.
And you took dance lessons?
Of course.
Damn.
I was dancing in the crib.
What?
I was dancing in the crib.
Oh.
It's all good.
Little competition
I took
there.
my top off in the crib.
All right, that's Miss Howard Stern looking very beautiful today.
Thank you very much.
Yes, okay. It's going to be a cat fight in here among the women.
I know.
Oh, now I feel good. All right, our next girl on the dance show is Debbie Tay, the space alien. Yeah, quickly, we got to do this fast. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? Debbie just got her body all pierced up.
Really? Let
Yeah.
me see.
Hi, Ron.
Good Good morning.
She's back to being lesbian. She tried going straight for about 2 months, but you're back to being lesbian? Yeah, and
Couldn't do it, huh?
She just got her tongue pierced and various other things like nipples pierced.
Oh, I see the navel.
Yeah. Yeah, the navel got pierced, too. What'd you go, piercing crazy? Yeah. I know you can't even talk, right?
Yes, I can.
Yeah? All right, let me see you dance a little bit.
Oh, excuse me. You guys know how I dance from
No, just show the camera.
Where's the camera?
Don't worry, you just dance.
There you go.
I don't want to dance with you.
All right, very good. All right, just sit down over there. All right, who else you got out there, Gary?
I like her.
Who do you like?
She's beautiful.
Oh, you like Camille?
Not like that.
Not like that.
Camille, you attracted to Debbie at all?
She's very attractive. She's very pretty.
Yeah, but you're not into girls.
Not into girls, but she's very pretty.
God, I am. God, I am. All right, let me see who else. Come on, bring in the other girls. Okay, here's... Oh, that's not a girl. That's a guy. Oh, it's Nicole. I'm sorry. I thought there was a man with you. All right, Nicole.
Oh, God, Nicole.
Nicole, what kind of top is that? Nicole is just wearing 2 strips of paper over her breast.
Oh, my goodness.
This is the retarded Marilyn Monroe, I think.
Thank you.
I'm kidding. Come on. You know that. Let me see you dance a little.
She's got Daisy Dukes on.
You dance like a guy.
Okay.
Yes.
Penthouse Pet of the Year runner-up, Amy Lynn.
Oh.
Oh, Amy's here.
Amy, this is our song. Oh, look at Amy in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't stopped thinking about you since Cleveland.
I haven't stopped thinking about you either.
Oh.
You know he's fallen in love with that song. He says you two have a song now.
It's true. He's right.
Hey, Amy, let me show Robin how I massage you to this song.
All
Come
right,
over here, will
all
you?
right.
Watch this, Robin. This is a reenactment of Cleveland. I was giving Amy a rub down. This song came on the radio. This is what inspired the dance show.
Okay. Where I was sitting?
Yeah, just sit just like you were sitting. Have you really been thinking about me?
Yes, I have. Remember, we have my hair back.
Yeah, hold there a second. Let me fix this wire. Now, this is exactly what was going on. I'll show this to our camera. My wife doesn't get the E network, so it's all right.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Just like this. I started rubbing her to this song like this, and she really got into it.
He's good at it, too.
She really gets, look at her, she's wild.
This is what happened in that room.
She digs it. I'm telling you.
I dig it. I love being rubbed.
She almost loved me. She almost loved me. Have you really been thinking about me? You have, huh?
Hey, boss.
Ooh, I'm telling you, do you see she's looking at me different?
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, the first time she ever said anything complimentary about you was after that night.
I'm telling you.
She said, he really is
Something
good.
about the massage.
You know, and I'm a funny guy. I can keep you laughing, and I can rub you down a lot.
Yeah.
There's steam coming off the top of Miss Howard Stern's head.
Oh, is there really?
Oh, again?
Oh, she gets jealous. I'm sorry. All right, Amy, you get away from me because I'm going to... Hey, do you really?
Oh, dear.
Hey, dance with me a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
let me see you two dance together.
All right, here, let's dance right here. Well, don't get up on that. Just
Dancing, you're just standing there, Howard.
I'm rubbing against her. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, enough.
All right.
Got to get the other girls in here.
Yeah, I do want more. Oh, man. All right, where are the other girls?
Okay, Howard, this is actually perfect timing. This is exactly what you need.
Okay.
Rich, our gay intern.
All right, Rich the gay intern.
Down.
Hey, bring in Scott, too. Hey, Scott, come here.
Oh, look at this outfit he's got on.
Right, first of all, I want to make it clear that Scott is heterosexual. He wants me to say that.
Oh, it has to be announced.
Okay.
Could we Chiron in? Scott is heterosexual?
Scott, this was awfully brave of you to, dance with a gay guy.
Right.
Because you really were uptight yesterday.
Brave schmave. What's the big deal?
This is
a dance, isn't it, Rich?
This is Rich, our gay intern. Rich, is this a dream come true for you?
It's a nightmare, more like it. Yeah.
Why?
Ugh. I like the breast, but you have to show me.
No, I'm saying, is this a dream to dance with Scott?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the breast.
No.
Dream to dance with Scott? Is he going to take his shirt off?
Would you take his shirt off while you dance, Scott?
I'll consider
Get into the party.
Really?
Then it is a dream.
Don't be uptight, man. We all know you're heterosexual. Give the guy a thrill. He's attracted to you. Oh, this
Maybe
is going to be
they'll let
great.
you dance with a girl, too, Scott, if you take your shirt off.
All right, rather quickly, I got to get to more people here. Let me see who else is part of our dance show. All right, you two get ready to dance.
You can go over that way. Jeremy, come on in.
All right. This is Jeremy. This is a body piercer. Jeremy, you know how to dance?
I know how to dance kind of like black guys.
You dance like... Let me see you dance.
Oh, hip-hop.
Oh, I see. All right, you get cousin it. That's unbelievable.
Oh, I'm not a sexy dancer. I'm another kind of dancer.
All right, get over there. By the way, we'll be able to see all the action here on the E! Network tonight, our big dance show. Look at this disco ball. Isn't it cool?
It's wild.
Yeah. All right, anybody else out there?
Elena Beastie.
Elena Beastie, all right. All right, Elena, you're from our New Year's show, of course, and of
course, Elena knows how to dance.
Yeah. Let me just see how you dance. And don't be touching yourself like that. You got to go on TV. What's the matter with you?
I can't help it.
Yeah, she's real hot. She's real horny. How can I work the dance show that I get to dance with each woman?
You keep switching on.
Okay, all right. Hey, guys, isn't this a great... Who else is here? Don't you just bring everyone in? Let's do it.
Arena.
All right, get them all in here.
Roa?
Roa? How'd she end up here?
I looked in the hallway, there she was.
Roa, are you drunk?
No, my darling, I'm not.
So you are sober? Do you know how to dance?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a dance show. You're going to have to be able to dance.
Okay.
Tempest, show everyone how you dance.
I need some music.
Okay. Look at that. That's dancing. Damn, this is a dance show. And here is Zarina, Queen of Dreams. Of course, Ronnie, the limo driver, wants to dance with her. That would be his wife. Yeah, that would be your wife if I... that would be Ronnie's wife if I ever got a divorce.
Yep.
Zarina, what are you at now? Triple Z bra?
I guess so.
What do you bill
everybody
yourself?
asked me if I had a reduction.
No, you didn't have a reduction.
Yeah, I know.
And what are your breasts at now? Triple what?
It's 64 double F.
64 double F.
So.
She has 2 huge disco balls in her in her bra.
Her own disco ball. Hot lights too.
Let me see you dance a little.
This is better than the average.
She can hardly move.
You can hardly move with those 2 disco balls on her chest. That's it. Pick yourself up and move, baby. Hey, like this.
Oh, you mean like this?
All right, good. Excellent, excellent. Scott, I'm going to take the fishing pole and lift your wig up during this. All right, here's Ronnie, the limo driver. Hey, tell the truth. If I got a divorce, wouldn't you get a divorce in 5 minutes? In a minute, right? Just to hang out and party.
Is your wife's radio broken? Is that why you're being so free?
Yeah. Is your wife's radio? Is your wife's radio
Put your
broken?
knife away.
Whose knife?
You got a knife in my back already.
Who does?
He's talking about
Robin,
me.
I can hear her.
Is your wife's radio broken that you're acting so brazen on the air?
Nah.
No?
No, not at all.
You're in love with Zarina, right?
Yeah, always have.
You love Zarina more than your own wife, right?
No, I'm not going to say that.
He has some restraint.
He won't say it.
I'm not that stupid.
Yeah.
I'm more than my wife.
All right, is this everyone in here now? Are you going to let some interns in?
Gorilla, Ganji, get in here.
All right. All right, now we're all going to dance. Oh, Miss Howard Stern's looking at me already.
Oh, she's
You're going to get to dance with me.
daggers at you.
All right, here's how I suggest we hold the dance show. Gorilla, get in here, you stupid, horny idiot. This is the best thing that ever happened to you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Ganji, you owe me one. All right, listen, it's time to dance now. Hey, Scott, where's your dance? Hey, Scott, put down that camera, man, and dance with the gay guy. Hey, he wants to dance with you.
Yeah.
And don't hide. We want to see you.
Yeah. This is great. And girls, you got to do like Dirty Dancing. You know what I mean? Don't hold back. Here we go. All right, now make it loud. All right, go.
Go, girl.
Look at me, Robin. Look at me dance. Now, this is a dance show. I got my hands on Amy's belly.
Really?
Yeah, look at that. It's sexual dancing. I massage her when I dance. All right, next.
Switch.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
All right,
Get
come
a
here,
new
Tempest.
partner.
All right, I'm dancing with Tempest now.
Freddie and Ganji are dancing.
Ganji's dancing with a guy. That's why he can't get any girls.
With all those women, you can't find a girl.
Sex me up, baby. All right, now stop it.
Switch.
I got to dance like the black guy who was with O.J. Simpson.
That's right.
A.C. Cowlings. Let me dance with the MTV dancer. You know how to do that?
Grind.
Did you see the front page
Yeah,
of
it's
the
just
post?
a basic grind, girl.
The Jungle
See,
Fever
I have
dance.
to put my knee in between your groin.
The Jungle Fever dance.
Yeah, Jungle Fever dance. All right, ready? Hey, look, I'm kind of doing it, but...
Are you doing
Are you scared of me or something? Why are you being so standoffish for? I'm trying to have sex on the dance floor, Robin. I don't know. She's a good dancer. All right, turn that off. I need it's almost got to look like simulated
Do
sex.
you want me to come over there and show you? Can't you people do anything?
Yeah, come over and dance with me, Robin. All right, well, she can handle it. Robin knows how to dance like that. Elena, just... All right, I'll dance dance with Robin. All right, here we go, Robin. Here we go. I got my knee in her crotch. That's it. Thank you. Hey, Robin. I felt something for you there. Robin knows how to move. I had my knee buried all the way up. I had my knee in Robin's crotch. It's getting hot. Oh, now I feel good. Yeah, that was it. All right, now it's time for Wigs Up. All right, Scott, now here's the big... this is going to be big. See, I got a fishing pole here, Robin. I got it attached to his wig, and we're going to play the new song, Wigs Up. Baby, Wigs Up. Now, Scott, you do the hand signals during it.
Okay.
And then when we say Wigs Up, your wig will fly up in the air. All right, get some women around you, Scott.
Yeah. Dance around Scott.
Dance around Scott. All right, here we go. Okay, is everyone ready? Here we go. Wigs Up, everyone. You'll see this tonight on the E! Show.
Are we ready?
Yeah, here we go. Don't move your head too much.
Wigs up, baby,
look at it. His wig is up in the air.
Lift it up, then walk.
Oh, boy.
Pull it back and
how's that look, Robin?
That's hysterical.
Girls, rub his bald head.
Baby, wigs up. Give me your toupee, give me your toupee. Wigs up, baby,
It's glue.
Your rug is flapping, rug is flapping.
Look at it. It's going all the way up in the air. All right, very good. Wigs Up, everybody.
And have we really seen Scott and Rich dance?
Hey, can we see a special gay dance as we dance out of here?
Get them over there near you.
Yeah, come here. Get over here so the camera can get you guys.
Is he going to take his shirt off?
Are you going to take your shirt off?
I'll take my shirt off. Then.
All right, take your shirt off. Go ahead.
Now get over there by Howard.
Do you need some help with that?
Oh, that's a good place for them to be.
Is that a good place?
Hey, Scott, what do you got, a tattoo?
Does he?
Yeah, he's got a tattoo of Roadrunner or something on his arm. All right, here we go. Yeah, now she's dancing a little better. I don't know if she really likes guys that much. He dance. Now, this is a dance show. I got my hands on Amy's belly.
Really?
Yeah, look at that.
Dancing is it?
That's sexual dancing. I'm looking at Wood Yee dancing. Am I dancing?
Coming up next, Dave Attell does some stand-up sit-down, and then he sits down with host Robert Klein. Not necessarily in that order, but you'll know what I'm saying. It's coming up next, right here on E!
Yeah. All right, good morning, everybody. What's happening? I don't know. I had a nice night last night. Went to dinner with my daughter, my oldest daughter, and then I came home and watched Blade. That's a good show on Spike. I taped about 20 of them, so I got about 7 of them left.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through them, too. It's really good. I poo-pooed it at first.
I remember when you poo-pooed. I remember all that poo-poo.
There's a lot of poo.
A lot of poo over the years.
You know what I was thinking? You know what I'm kind of envious of about your life, getting into Robin's thing with the 60 Minutes?
Oh, now you're going to do...
No, this would go for a lot of people, because I'm afraid I'll never get a chance to do this. It must be great to see your daughter now, like grown up, and you see her for dinner, you know what I mean? Like she's grown. I know, maybe there's...
she's grown, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, it must be nice to see your kid.
It is great. It actually is very gratifying, because it's... I think for most women...
I've met her, and she seems very nice and great.
Well,
and,
you don't even know which
she
one
loves
he's
you.
about.
She loves Artie. Isn't that funny? Like she says to me, how's Artie? And I go, Artie's doing really well. I told her about the movie and stuff, and she said, I love him. I said, do you know Artie really? I got
to know her in Las Vegas a little bit when we had dinner that time, and she was, maybe this is why, too, she was extra sweet to me. She was very nice and complimentary and stuff.
Yeah, I said to her, how do you know Artie? I didn't remember Vegas or, because I got my daughter out to Vegas for her 21st birthday. She joined us.
Yeah, we had that long dinner, and we hung out together. It was fun.
So I didn't remember exactly how she knew you.
Right.
And sometimes my kids get mad at me because I don't remember stuff. Like I'm supposed to remember every detail. Yeah. They actually get angry. They go like, well, you don't remember when I met Artie in Vegas? And I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah, it's really nice being yelled at.
I didn't mark that down on my calendar.
Sometimes my kids can just yell at me for stuff, and I'm like, I'm barely tracking my life. I don't know how to track yours. I mean, everyone for themselves.
Can't remember yesterday.
I kind of don't remember you meeting Artie, no. But
wasn't the highlight of your life.
No, it wasn't. I met Artie. I go, I really love Artie. She goes, how's he doing? Wasn't it like, because, I told about Dana. I told her,
No, is she upset that Artie's away from Dana?
I gave her the whole run. I said, Artie's up to 282.
Yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, Dana loved her, too. She met Dana, too. They had a long conversation.
Yeah, but she just loves you. I mean, nice. She goes, Artie just has a soul. Artie's, so considerate. And she goes, I don't know.
You must have been on your best behavior that
she was night. Believe me, I was, Robin.
Yeah, because she goes, I don't understand the Artie who's got, I said, you mean the gambling, drinking, drug addict, robbing banks.
That scumbag.
Yeah, that might have been after Artie had already done that and he was being contrite and good. So she saw good Artie.
I don't know, but I know what she meant. Like, Artie's got a great heart.
It was that trip that Artie almost left early because he had messed up so much. Yeah, he had to get out of Vegas.
Oh, God.
I'm glad my daughter admires you.
That was a trip and a half, man. I had to get up the next day and hit the baseball off that broad, and I was like, I just got to get the hell out of here.
You mean the day you came to me and said, look, if I don't get out of Vegas, I don't know that I'm going to be alive. Is that who my daughter admires?
Yeah. Because of the mental issues I was going through playing that news clipping where I was dead and like, oh, my God.
Well, anyway, so it was not, you're right. It's a cool sort of thing to have like this, grown woman as your daughter, and you can go to dinner and hang out and have a conversation. It's very, very nice, So we had a good time. And, of course, Emily always asks about Robin, because she'd known Robin all these years. And, it was very, very nice. Very nice.
She had a trip this summer. How'd that go?
It went well.
That's good.
Yeah. So, so we did that, and then I came home, and Beth was out at some movie thing. And then I quickly jumped into bed.
And started watching Blade?
And started watching Blade. I was in heaven.
So that guy...
She doesn't watch Blade.
That guy, that Wesley Snipes guy's good, huh? The guy, who plays the Wesley
guy
who
plays, he's really good.
Yeah, I like him. You didn't like him, but...
Not at first, but now I really, I couldn't get Wesley out of my mind, but now I like him better.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because he doesn't ever smile. He's just...
So yesterday, the bashing of me on satellite continued all day after that newspaper article came out saying how my career is over and that I have to go back to terrestrial radio with my tail between my legs and that I'm already planning it.
Everybody picked it up.
Oh, my God. It was on every TV channel. And, oh, my God. I mean, it was like the funniest. In a way, I was kind of laughing at it. I go, on the one hand, they're saying I'm done, but on the other hand, they can't stop talking about me.
It's almost like Artie being pronounced dead while he's watching television.
Yeah, it was really weird.
You want to yell at the set.
Yeah. Listen to some of these. This will blow your mind. Gee, I thought we were doing really well over here, but evidently not.
You're under a delusion.
Yeah, I'm really delusional. I don't know. I thought we were doing great.
Interesting circumstance over at Sirius Satellite Radio. We'll see if this proves to be the case. The New York Post today reporting that those rumors that Howard Stern may be abandoning satellite radio and returning to terrestrial radio, those rumors just persist out there. They've quoted several sources within the radio industry saying that, yep, we keep hearing them, they keep coming up. Howard Stern.
I guess my denials didn't matter, that I haven't had any conversation with anyone, and nor would I ever go back to terrestrial radio. I guess it doesn't matter what I say. They're going to just keep... This seemed like a good story.
Did you see the paper today? John Minnelli has written now what you said yesterday.
I didn't see that.
But I bet you that doesn't get all these stories.
No, I didn't see that. Was it at least fair?
Well, he just says what you say, and then he goes on to say, let me see.
Doesn't matter what I say.
you're saying, why would I? I've probably got 4 million people already. The Post estimates about 1 million.
Well, how come I work here and they tell me we have 4?
I don't know. They just keep saying that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And if he's saying it's only 1 million that actually listen, how the hell does he know? We don't even know who actually listens.
Yeah, how would they know that?
Yeah.
1 million.
The Post estimate.
Oh, the Post. And what data did they use?
That's, they got their own secret little scientific formula over there.
I'd like to know how they came up with 1 million.
Hart has been lambasting terrestrial radio on his satellite radio program, basically saying that the industry continues to take swipes at him. However, the stock is trading down. It looks as though...
Now I'm responsible for the whole stock.
That maybe...
it's unbelievable.
Maybe Wall Street thinks there's something to that. You wonder what would happen with a compensation package, that very ripe compensation package they got, if this proves to be the case.
Right, and a lot of people wondering if it's too soon for Howard Stern. Maybe it's too soon for this entire industry itself. If Howard Stern can't make it here, what does that mean for this entire industry?
Man.
Right? Wow. What a...
Wow.
Dude, I feel bad. All that weight on your shoulders, man. How's that feel?
My agent was saying to me, it could be sort of a manipulation to keep the stock price down, and then the SEC would have to investigate, and find out what they're up to.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because stocks seem to be based totally on hearsay.
Speculation.
Yeah, and this could, if, financial news sources are quoting these people, that could totally keep a stock down.
Yeah, so who knows? But because when you start printing stuff like he only has 1 million people and you don't know, that's kind of a weird little area to get into. But I said to my agent, I said, what's with Minnelli? Like, does he have some sort of, he goes, he's always had some sort of agenda with you. He goes, so, he'll call from time to time. He goes, but, I don't really return the calls because there's nothing to say.
But you know something, Howard?
Yeah.
I mean, all these news people seem to have an agenda against you. It's like it's just like, fair season. It's like the minute you come on, it's like they just...
Well, you know what? If it's good news...
The only time that they're on your side is like when you're like on the balls of your ass, like the NBC firing or stuff like that.
If there's good news, it's not a news story. So they've got to create the news, but it's weird that... I don't know. Anyway, so it was just kind of a weird day, with all this going on. But here, I'll finish the reports for you.
All right.
For the whole business. Well, Andy and Opie already made the round trip there. The other things that seem to be cropping up, and this is pointed out in the Post story, is that things like traffic to the Howard Stern website is down pretty dramatically.
So anyway, they started reporting that. So here's the truth, if you want the truth. I don't know if you care, but Google, here's where this new thing is coming from. Here are the stats for Howard Stern searches from Google. The graphs do not include numerical volume, but the trends are obvious. The graph is for the total Howard Stern Google searches from January 2004 to June 2006. The large spike is when Howard was kicked off Clear Channel. Okay, I'll skip over all this shit. I suspect John Minnelli claimed Howard was down 90% because he compared current searches to the spike on 2004. Then they have a selection of charts which show that our web searches, if you call them that, are exactly identical from a year ago. So
yeah, they took some weird bump and compared something, current day.
I'm sure
to it.
I'm sure nobody knows how they got that. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just listening to something on my computer. Are you interested in Penny Crone's 7-minute interview with John Minnelli, which I think I find pretty fascinating?
Really?
Because she asks him everything and he answers everything.
I don't know. I mean, do we care? I mean, most of the email was like, hey, Howard, we don't even care. The show's great and we're digging it.
They're loving it, huh?
How much are you going to dwell on negative reports? So
you want the synopsis then?
Okay, give me the synopsis.
He reported the rumor from Inside Radio. He reported it as
why didn't he quote that?
He reported it as a rumor. He called your agent. Your agent never calls him back.
There's no point in calling back.
We're notorious, me and you especially, for pointing him off to your agent.
That's right.
Who never calls him back. So
sorry, it's not my job to respond to every article that he wants to write.
If you go back a long time ago, before he said, yeah, he's tweaked you a little bit, but if you go back a long time ago, he was your champion, and he said that he used to write a lot of good stuff about you. And
What happened?
He even took. I'm going to get
what happened?
He even took pride in the fact that he would find really funny quotes from the show to use in the paper, and that you would laugh at them. He thinks that you're probably one of the 3 greatest radio talents of all time, going back to the 20s. But now you're sort of tired. It's not as original.
So he's going
as other people.
Oh, so he's going to take up, because I'm not good on the radio, He's going to print misinformation. That's my punishment?
He said, well, Penny said to him, when you print a rumor, aren't you not supposed to print rumors? And he goes, no, even the Wall Street Journal has a little area where they print rumors. He goes, it's I was reporting a rumor. But he thinks that there are other talents now that are more edgy than you, that you're not really at the top of your game
write
anymore.
About them. Leave us alone.
Yeah, why write about me? Write about them. No one's interested.
That doesn't explain the vitriol of writing about it.
Yeah, if it's Opie and Anthony or Mancow or any of these guys, then write about them. Promote them. What are you writing about me for? More edgy.
I want to know who he thinks is more edgy.
They don't produce paper sales, apparently.
And Penny
said, more edgy, then go after and promote them.
John Manelli would know something edgy if it crawled up his ass and built a camp.
And Penny was pretty cool. She said right to him, she said, listen, I used to get through to Howard all the time. And he goes, well, I'm sure you had a special line. She's like, no, I would call the show in the morning.
Well, if he's angry that I don't return his calls, that's one thing. Write an article about how Howard Stern doesn't return my calls. I don't care about it.
Not angry about that. He's just, he's got a story, and whether you...
What's the story? The story was yesterday that...
He said it's being reported by a lot of... Inside Radio is...
But it's not true.
But he said Inside Radio is probably one of the top publications for reporting news and radio, and that's where he got it from.
You report a rumor, or do you report something that's true?
Well, apparently to him it's a heavy rumor because a lot of people are talking about it.
Who's a lot of people? One publication, Inside Radio?
But that's the big publication.
To who?
To radio.
Oh.
To him.
I didn't know that. And what else did it say in the article? That... She didn't do one bit of research for it. I don't care. You know what? Okay. John's the best reporter I've ever... Yeah, quote me. John's the best reporter. He really uncovered a big story. What am I going to do?
Well, he's edgy and hard-headed.
Yeah, he's edgy.
There's a big rumor that he fucks poodles. I'll go print that somewhere.
A lot of people are saying it.
How's that for edgy? Edgy. Who cares? So if I suck so bad, why write about me?
Ignore you.
Yeah.
I mean, the people who suck, you just ignore.
Yeah, I'm over.
If people are imitating you, how are they original? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
They're edgier.
He didn't mention one name of an edgy person in the article. All
right.
Why don't you go listen to anyway? Because he just wrote that he thinks you're losing it.
I think this is more about me not contacting him than anything. But that's my guess. And it's, you know what, let's just let it die. It doesn't matter. The audience is bored with it, according to the email.
All right.
Want to hear more reports out of this thing?
Jane, we understand Howard Stern's dream might be falling apart. His dream of taking everything to satellite radio. What's happening?
Yes, boy, and you just remember how much this was hyped, and it looks like, as you said, maybe falling apart here.
Who is Jane?
I don't know. I don't know what's falling apart.
I don't know the guy, and now he's referring to Jane. He's going over to Jane, the expert.
They're throwing parties for me here, but now it's falling apart. A friend of mine in the car industry wrote me and said, he says, you will win. He goes, by the year 2010, they're predicting 40 to 50 million radios in cars, and it's going to be over. We'll see. We'll see who wins. I just have to weather these little storms. We'll see.
This, of course, is just based on rumors and a lot of speculation.
Rumors. This is based on rumors that I'm over.
Going on in the radio industry. But the New York Post reports today that Howard Stern's days on satellite radio may be numbered. He may go back to traditional radio. Now, I
love how New York Post is taking credit for an inside radio rumor.
Right, and getting all the credit.
Yeah. They must be thrilled over at Inside Radio. They started the rumor, and now the Post is getting all the credit for it. It's kind of like me, calling somebody edgy who rips me off.
Some published reports saying he's lost influence since he went to Sirius. He has publicly mocked those during his radio show, but there are some facts behind this. Web traffic to his website down 71%.
That's become fact.
Oh, this is a fact now.
I just checked with our webmaster. Our web traffic is not off at all. At all. I don't know what the 71% is, but okay, that's fact.
Since he went to Sirius, and according to the Post, his celebrity bookings have nearly dried up as well.
Again, according to the Post.
According to the Post, everything is falling apart.
Oh, did she ask him about the celebrity bookings lie?
I don't know.
She didn't, and that bummed me out because she didn't ask him about that. But I just finished listening to it, and it's, you're not as edgy, you're comfortable, you're rich, and you're older. And
you're comfortable and rich. It's really the rich thing.
It's not your fault. Yeah. This seems to happen to all the great talents, even George Carlin, that sort of thing.
Okay, all right. Well, what can I do? Sorry.
Oh, how old is John Minnelli? He seems to have been reporting on you all your career.
Yeah, well, this is the newest wave. This is the newest wave of my demise. It was the last wave was when I got divorced. I was going to be finished.
That was it. Over for you.
And then I got the satellite deal, and they didn't know how to react to that. Then they came up with, well, if he doesn't get 1 million people, he'll lose. So then when we passed 1 million in a couple of months, they still have me at 1 million.
Right. They won't raise the number now.
I guess it's all a mistake that the retail market has completely flipped. It's like I've been swift-boated like John Kerry.
Yeah, no, but at least you're fighting back. You're saying something. John Kerry just sat there and took it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit futile to fight back.
Oh, no, don't say that. I was reading a couple of articles. There's a New Yorker article on Bill Clinton. Yeah. And that's what he says was the greatest downfall of both Al Gore and John Kerry. They didn't answer back. He said he had a warrior mentality, and he always answers any challenge.
Yeah, all right. Anybody want to challenge me, I'll answer that. I'm doing the Bill Clinton thing.
Yeah, take his tact, not the John Kerry tact.
Right.
And he was so proud of that $500 million that he was talking about. And I'm sure that was... He
was so proud of that $500 million. I never once mentioned $500 million.
Never came out of your mouth.
He was so proud.
Upon viewers. I mean,
it
listeners.
was, and actually sales, and which he did get. Yeah, it's very easy for us to make that mistake. He did get a lot of sales, in fact, and met some targets, got a bunch of stocks in Sirius, but it looks like maybe the influence has waned a little bit. You still got to buy those devices to subscribe to.
So where's the information on what the sales are?
You still got to buy those devices. Lady, they're putting those devices in cars.
Lady, they can't even... I just got a report they can't even keep them in the store. I don't know.
But, now when you buy a car, you buy the device.
Boy, am I a loser. I didn't realize.
And John Minnelli does have to be a little bit of an older guy now. I mean, he's telling everyone what's edgy. And
Well, that's my point. He's as old as us.
You're not edgy.
You know who's edgy?
Edgy is our answering and Opie fellers. They're edgy.
He knows it. That's why he was kicked out of the radio business, and and his career was so successful.
Dan Tootin, you're not original no more.
It isn't everybody. It's not your fault.
But your fault just happens to everyone.
People just didn't want to do that.
Yeah, it just makes it a little more complicated. Yeah. Jane, thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you, Jane. Thank you for that report.
Jane said absolutely nothing.
The big story buzzing around the entertainment industry today, the self-proclaimed king of all media may return to his roots in terrestrial radio. That's right. Folks say the Howard Stern Sirius satellite radio saga could come to an end.
Are they just ignoring that you have a contract? You couldn't just leave satellite?
This after a report service saying Howard's influence over his audience isn't as strong anymore. On the radio, online, or otherwise. Howard, of course, denies this. What's the truth here?
Of course I deny it, but the truth is
But you're lying.
I'm a liar. I'm just trying to save face here.
Let's ask Fox Business correspondent Terry Keenan. Now, of course, the story pops up just as the National Association of Broadcasters, a radio industry convention.
Oh, gee, isn't that interesting? The NAB's hired about 50 publicists to badmouth me and discredit me.
And they're having a convention right now.
They're having a convention, which basically is, how do we deal with Howard Stern and his shitty little radio show?
It opens in Dallas. Is Howard fishing around to try to get back on regular radio?
It's a bit curious, the timing, John. And, the question is, the king of all media, we know Howard loves that title, but he may have realized that his kingdom is a lot smaller than it used to. He may be kind of presiding over...
I don't know. I'm not having any of these feelings.
What
is she yapping about?
Monaco of radio.
I'm the Monaco. I'm not the king of all media. I'm the Monaco of all radio. All right, so what can I do? I've
you're
lost
a prince. And he's lost about more than 80% of his terrestrial listeners since he started on Sirius, and that was just 9 months ago. You might remember there was such a wind-up to this. It seems like he's been on Sirius much longer, but he just started at the beginning of the year. Also, traffic on his website is down.
They're printing that like it's true.
You've lost all of your terrestrial listeners. You can't be heard on radio anymore.
Yeah, nobody's coming over here at all.
No, it's not about coming over. You can't be heard on terrestrial radio, so you only have satellite listeners.
Yeah. Gee, that's stating the obvious.
But she's saying he's lost all of his terrestrial listeners.
No, I've only have satellite listeners. You're right. I mean, it's the craziest thing I ever heard. I'm sitting in my office yesterday going, geez, for a guy who lost all his influence, they're pretty busy with me.
Yeah.
By about 90%. So Howard Stern, the brand name, may be losing some equity, and perhaps he has another idea to go back on land-based radio.
Well, but land-based radio is evidently shrinking in popularity. It's losing audience. Is it still bigger than where he is now?
Way bigger. And, he has lost tens of...
Who is the dolt she's talking to? Is radio bigger than satellite radio?
John Gibson. You know what, though?
But he's always hated you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a pretty good memory about this guy. He's never had a nice thing to say.
Well, the thing is that, of course, terrestrial radio is bigger.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the stupidest question.
I know. If I wanted to stay there, I would have. I wanted to start a new business.
Oh, is radio bigger than satellite? Are they... jerking us off here?
Are mentally retarded people smarter than regular people?
Almost 10 million viewers since he went to Sirius. Listeners since he went to Sirius, and they thought that a critical mass was going to build, and there'd be a rush of subscribers to Sirius, and we had that huge pop in the beginning after.
What does she know? She doesn't know a fucking thing. Oh my God, I can't listen to it. I tell you, it makes me cuckoo. It makes me cuckoo. I'm like, what is it?
It does sound like some sort of smear campaign.
It
you
is.
Just have to fight through.
It is.
It'll go away.
You know what?
Right. I mean, where's the information about Sirius raising its predictions about the number of listeners we'll have by the end of the year?
Those are all lies.
Oh, gee.
Those are all lies. It's all falling apart. It's all going to go away. So now when there's 40 million, I'll tell you what, I'm going to save all these. Not that it's going to mean anything, but when there's 40 million listeners to this thing, I'm going to sit there and play these. And then I'll go, ha, ha, ha. I don't know. Who cares? It's like just so unimportant. Fucking war in Iraq is going on, and they're worrying about whether I'm succeeding.
This they can get a beat on. They can get a beat on whether we had weapons of mass destruction before we got over there.
Oh, but it went on and on. I was going to play you, like, if we could just shut up during these, because it's impossible for us. You have to listen to them. I mean, it's just one after another.
Howard's defection was announced, but they haven't been building. In fact, there was a survey done of some former Howard listeners, and 31% said that they don't miss him. And 25% said it was the cost that kept them away. And the rest of them are watching, their second favorite.
But if the rest of them are what?
Watching their second favorite, she said.
Oh.
To do this, I mean, they famously took a lot of money from satellite radio.
A lot.
So he'd have to give back a lot of money?
I would assume that would be in the deal. Now, there's also some rumors.
She's an idiot.
Are these just 7 years old?
I tell you, it's the craziest report I've ever heard. How can we not interrupt?
I want to go back to terrestrial radio because I want to give back the money.
I mean, that's like a question your fourth grader would ask you.
It's retarded.
Daddy, do you have to give back the money?
Yeah, I'm so desperate to be more famous that I'm going to hand back the money they paid me so that I can get back on a medium I fucking despise. There's no amount of money in the world that would make me go back on terrestrial radio.
This is the best. This is taking the Post article and run.
Yeah, this is like running rampant through the fields. I mean...
On Wall Street that XMXR, the competition to Sirius, that those two satellite radio companies might combine. There's been some stock market activity that might indicate that. That might solve Howard's problem and give him millions more...
Howard's problem. I didn't know...
You have a problem.
Listeners. But if he's going to cut a deal... Now, there is precedent for this. Opie and Anthony are on satellite radio. And
because they only got 30,000 subscribers. Of course they're back on terrestrial radio.
There is precedent.
Precedent?
Where are we now?
If I had 30,000 listeners, I'd have to go back with my tail
maybe your ego would be.
Yeah, my ego would probably be a little damaged. I don't know, but I guess I would be a little hurt. And I probably would have to go somewhere where but I don't know. It's ridiculous. A lot of people go back to terrestrial radio. I'm not one of them. What was the name of the woman that worked here, went back to terrestrial radio, does afternoons on Free FM?
Oh, the radio chick?
Radio chick. She went back, too. It made sense for her to go back. But, and it made sense for Opie and Anthony to go back. I'd go back, too, if nothing would happen in my career. And I was getting paid shit. I mean, of course. It's just not the same deal. And I love it here, and I would never go back to terrestrial radio. Because it would mean that my subscriptions would go down if you could get me for free. So what would I do that for? It would just this makes no sense.
They're also on CBS radio. So there is a precedent, but, Opie and Anthony aren't making $500 million.
No, I'm on satellite radio.
And you're not making $500 million. But you're on satellite and terrestrial.
Well, a few terrestrial and both satellites. So maybe Howard just has to get more of everything.
You're paving the way for Howard.
Terry Keenan, thank you.
Thanks, John. I have to go get more of everything. No, I'm pretty satisfied with what I have. I'm very satisfied with the audience I have here.
There's too many news channels. See, now idiots are getting on television. It's like when they expanded baseball. Shitty pitchers get in the league, you know.
Yeah. Waters everything down.
There's too many.
On his show today, Stern said he was not returning to over-the-air radio. One red flag in that New York Post story.
Keith Olbermann did at least say that I am not returning.
Yeah, it sounds like, some sense is being made here.
Maybe.
On his show today, Stern said he was not returning to over-the-air radio. One red flag in that New York Post story. The paper cites radio insiders, and then it quotes one man, the editor of Inside Radio.
Good reporting, John Manelli. Forgot to... I mean, he's the one making this up, because Inside Radio's got to come up with stuff every day.
Let's talk to another one of them whose description is not merely an inversion of the name of his publication, editor Michael Harrison of Talkers magazine. Michael, good evening.
Hi, Keith. Thanks for having me on.
The Post quotes rumors. Stern flatly says it's not happening. Do you know who's right?
Well, I'll tell you, Stern is so big that even rumors about him become #1 on a show like this. I mean,
thank God for Michael Harrison.
Yeah.
I really do have to blow him or something. I mean, he seems to go on all these shows and go, wait a second. What are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. What are you going to do? Hey, so what was I going to tell you about? I was leading up to something with all this, telling you about my day. But now I don't remember where I was going with it.
You watched Blade.
Yeah.
You had dinner with your daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I lost a bunch of weight, Artie.
A bunch of weight? I mean, what did you get, heavy or something? Without me knowing.
You never even noticed you got heavy.
Yeah, because when I hit like 15 more pounds, I get alarmed and I do something about it. That's my cutoff.
What did you gain?
15 pounds, he said.
15. But now I'm down.
Artie laughed.
It didn't look like, I mean, it really didn't look any different.
It doesn't.
I'm good for you.
See, that's the difference. Yeah. Like, I go, oh, shit, I got to lose weight. Because you're into the sweatpants thing.
Right. Well, now I got pants on.
You got pants?
Where'd you get into some pants?
I'm not out of all my pants. I'm like Gleason. I got a few different wardrobes.
No, because I was thinking about Artie saying he weighed, 282, and that he was not even able to wear his jeans.
I didn't say that. That bullshit scale said it.
Oh.
Yesterday, Richard and Sal were in here, and they went all-out gay when the guys from Jackass were here.
All-out gay.
Richard and Sal painted their penis. They painted each other's penises. One is a Howard Stern face, and one is a Gene Simmons face. And I got to say, Sal's penis looked really strange as Gene Simmons' tongue. It looked like
I was going to say, you couldn't get that out of your head. Once you saw it, it was with you the rest of the day.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. I said to Richard, what was that like? He goes, yeah, I painted his penis. And
finger painted.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
They touched each other's dick. They were finger painting.
No.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what happened.
I thought that was brushed on. He did that with his fingers?
Either Jason or Will told me they finger painted each other's cocks. They touched their dicks.
Well, then they are doing
that. Then they're gay. That's it. It's over. I mean, it's just over.
I thought you knew that.
No.
No, you see, that's why I was sitting over here ready to throw up yesterday.
Were they getting aroused?
I don't know. God, who knows? I don't know.
Hey, I'm going to finger paint you. That's not gay, is it?
Yeah.
And that means, you got to lift it to get under it. That's all kinds of manipulation.
I think, they absolutely
let me rub it.
Lifted their cocks and finger painted.
Dude, you're a homosexual. I'm not kidding.
There was a big glob of paint on my finger. My actual finger didn't touch his penis. The paint was...
Dude,
like
if you were massaging his penis, it's like using oil on it.
It was purely artistic.
Did he get aroused at all? Tell the truth.
No.
Did it grow a little? Sometimes did he go to feel good?
Did you have to get more paint?
No, it was small the whole time.
And you guys think if you leave the door open, it's okay. You know, like it's like...
Yeah, you have a bunch of other guys watch you. That's not gay.
Yeah, it's not okay.
We were just laughing the whole time. It wasn't. There was
gay.
nothing erotic about it.
That's true. That's a good analogy. It's like oiling up his cock.
Yeah.
But it's pain.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I was grabbing around it. And
not yet.
That was a big step for Sal. He's never shown his penis on camera before.
And he was like, oh, people won't be able to tell that I'm naked. You know, you can't tell.
What?
He thought since it was painted, you couldn't really tell he was naked.
Uh-oh.
You know, they really are getting like that Joe Rogan bit. Oh, it's not gay.
That's not gay. Let me put my penis in your ass. It's not gay. Wow.
Oh, yeah. It looked hilarious, though. I have to say, I was pretty proud of my paint job on his package.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sal's a good guy. Getting really close.
I love painting his cock.
I got to play some bits for you, because Richard keeps reminding me we're way behind in our bit playing. And since we're leaving here anyway, we might as well get our few last dirty words.
Yeah, you can't play these bits on terrestrial radio.
Yeah. Do you want to hear the rest of these news reports, or are you done?
Yeah.
You do?
No, I want to hear them.
You do?
Yeah.
I do.
All right.
Let's roll right through.
Well, it looks like Howard Stern is going to be staying on satellite radio for the foreseeable
This is when it started turning around. Evidently.
For the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
future. According to published reports, a deal is brewing between Stern's employers, Sirius, and Citadel Broadcasting that would allow the shock jock to return to his traditional radio roots. But Sirius is saying those reports are wrong. In a statement obtained by CNBC, Sirius Senior Vice President Patrick Riley said, quote, "There has never been any discussion of Howard Stern in any way, shape, or form being anything but exclusive to Sirius."
Yeah. Whoops. Why bother reporting that? That happened later in the day. I think Patrick Donnelly sat down and talked to some of these people and said, we don't know anything about this.
Right. We're not talking to anybody.
No. I know I haven't. And Mel told me he would never, ever give me over to terrestrial radio, ever. He goes, why would I do that? That's insane.
Well, they've got Fareed Suleiman in the paper.
Fareed,
all kinds of things.
On the Fox Beat tonight, shock jock Howard Stern is denying rumors he might return to conventional radio. His reaction comes after an article in the New York Post suggested that Stern might split with the Sirius satellite network. The jock says he's happy to face new challenges and obsessed with bringing a new audience to Sirius. Yes. Right now, Stern's working to launch several projects, including 2 24-hour channels. The self-proclaimed king of all media calls his latest works, quote, Howard-centric.
But anyway, so now it seems like
it did turn as the day went on.
Yeah. People started to understand that this was all horseshit, even though they bashed me all day. And the John Gibson stuff is the best, you know.
Yeah, that was really hysterical.
Wow. No, that's the Fox News Network. They do that. They did that to John Kerry. They'll do it to me. They'll do it to anybody. Man, you gotta watch your ass with that Fox News Network. You know what? I thought like maybe being nice to him and putting Judge Napolitano on and everything would work, and going on the Bill O'Reilly show, but it evidently makes no difference. They will still fuck with you. What do you got?
You know what? Just to go back to this, I just want to show you this picture of Richard touching Sal's penis. Oh, it is so disgusting.
Let me see that. Yeah, there you go. Well, that says it all. There's your answer.
Yay.
There it is. There you go.
Oh,
Jesus.
Run, Richard, run for your life. I thought it even before those pictures, but they are gay.
What's really gay is Sal has big tits.
He does. He's not in good shape.
Look at the tits. He's got like no chest definition.
Yeah, he's like...
Well, there's a picture around here somewhere where he really looks like, you know, he's one of the topless girls. He's on Richard's back over there, and his tits are out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Look, that's a B cup right there.
Sal's penis look funny because it's uncircumcised? Is that what's going on?
That's what he says. He's glad he's uncircumcised because it made it really look like Gene Simmons' tongue.
Yeah, there you go. Way to go. I'm just not used to seeing that, you know. Although I believe in it. I believe you should be uncircumcised.
Well, you're looking at it now. Would you like to look down and see that?
I'm used to a circumcised penis look. It's been my look my whole life.
Yes.
So, you know, it would be freaky all of a sudden to see a uncircumcised penis between my legs, but I get why it should be there. I mean, circumcision is some horseshit thing somebody developed to cut down on the sex. You're trying to curb men's sex lives.
Yeah.
You know, I know that. But I got to admit, it does look a little odd. Looks like his penis looks like it got fried off or something.
I mean, we think we're out of control with sexual thoughts now. I mean, but there was a time where people go, look, we got to do something.
We got to get men under control. We'll cut off the sensation in their penis.
Because when a man is horny, it clouds your mind. You can't think straight. Yeah. I mean, you know, when you got to fucking come.
Oh, it's just awful.
It is.
You got to just get all that poison out of you.
It's a curse.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was one of these great thinkers.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was like 90 years old or something, and the reporter said, do you have any regrets? He goes, yeah, I wasted all that time on sex.
Yeah, right.
He couldn't think when and this is a great thinker.
Life could have been so much more full.
Well, he said he could have gotten a lot more done in his life.
And guys who can't get sex are busy jerking off. You're busy coming on some level.
Did you see Jim McGreevey on Oprah speaking of sex?
Oh, my goodness.
I only saw some of it because I was sort of in and out of my apartment yesterday, but McGreevey, who used to be governor of New Jersey and then announced he was gay.
He's a creepy guy.
Yeah, he's kind of creepy.
Ugh. It was like you got skeeved while you watched that show.
Yeah, Oprah had a interview with him for an hour. She gets all the good interviews. Her guests haven't dried up.
No.
She gets
her hits are still the same.
She still gets a lot of hits on the web. Unlike me, who has nothing.
Oprah Winfrey, Negro woman from the South.
So McGreevey goes on and, Oprah does her Oprah thing with him, and it's just friggin' great.
I understand that they even had reenactments
of
some of the parts of the book, and him looking into a mirror, all these artistic shots.
Your wife is in the hospital with this terrible, difficult C-section.
Awful C-section. And the pregnancy had been very difficult.
And tell me what happened. You called him up and said, come over?
Golan was calling me repeatedly for a job.
I used to bum out when I'd hear reports that my dad went to work the day I was born.
Uh-huh.
Like he didn't go to the hospital. This cat was blowing some dude.
Yeah, at least he didn't call a guy and blow him.
I want to apologize to my father for being upset. I'm like, you know what? Wow.
And there was some story that JFK's father, the old man, had to call JFK when Jackie had one of the babies because he was on a yacht somewhere with a bunch of broads.
Right.
Did you ever hear that story?
Yeah, there's always,
you got to get to the hospital. And I'm thinking, even that, at least he's fucking chicks.
Right. I understand that.
When you get older, you go, well, he blew me off for pussy. I mean, I can get that, but...
By this time, I had been elected governor. Mm-hmm. Golan's calling, and he wants to get together. And so I say, come over one night.
He wants to get together and do what, did you think?
If I'm gay and I got to be married and have kids with a woman, I'm like, thank God she's in the hospital. Now I can go fuck some guy.
Right.
That's what McGreevey was doing.
Because, that's the thing. If you're secretly gay, it must be awful. You got to find out places to fuck guys. It must be terrible.
My wife will be in the hospital for 2 days. Perfect.
Yeah.
I think talking about a job.
Talking about a job.
Yeah.
And tell me, would you read on page 228? It's in the book, so it's not like you hadn't said it to somebody.
It was the wrong thing to do. I wasn't an ordinary citizen anymore. State troopers parked outside. My wife was recovering from a difficult pregnancy and a C-section in the hospital. And he was my employee. But I took Golan by the hand and led him upstairs to my bed. We undressed, and he kissed me.
Oh.
It was the first time in my life that a kiss meant what it was supposed to mean. It sent me through the roof. It was like a man emerging from 44 years in a cave to taste pure air for the first time. Feel direct sunlight on the pallid skin, warmth where there had only ever been a bone-chilling numbness. I pulled him to the bed and we made love like I always dreamed.
How?
A boastful, passionate, whispering, masculine kind of love.
Oh, my God.
Just when his wife's in the hospital with a kid, it's the best.
I
always think that Tim Sabian yell should have been there.
Woo!
A kiss felt like it should be.
Right after he announced this, I had a stand-up gig up in Boston.
In body, but in spirit, he'll always be here.
Wow, he'll always be here.
And I spoke with my son about a few days ago, and he said to me, he said, Daddy,
what's wrong with you? You're worshiping a man who wrestled crocodiles.
Daddy.
Diddy. Maybe he called him Diddy.
Hey, Diddy.
I think we should all be warriors like Steve. And I just said to him, you're absolutely right. So, whether it's for the wilderness, whether it's for the animals, his family, whether it's for just the planet or just life in itself, Steve showed us that we can live like warriors and we can make a world.
Warriors,
come out and play.
I say warriors.
Come out and play.
Okay, we'll be back.
Can we play his daughter? Just one more.
Whose daughter?
Number 7, Bindi Sue Irwin.
Oh, this is going to be rough.
She will always think of her dad.
Oh, that's going to be
Number
sad.
7.
See, now that's it. That's something different. That's different than a bunch of celebrities.
Well, there was, the real family.
All right.
I have the best daddy in the whole...
Oh, I'm done. Goodbye. Goodbye.
We can make fun of you, Jack. Come
on. Oof. And now the Laser Light Show after Bindi. Wait, okay, let's hear it. We'll just get through it.
World, and I will miss him every day. When I see a crocodile, I will always think of him. And I know that Daddy made this zoo so everyone could come and learn to love all the animals. Daddy made this place his whole life. Now it's our turn to help Daddy.
Wow. What a mature little kid. My God.
Wish I spoke that well.
That's amazing. That's the best tribute ever.
Oh, yeah.
She could have read a little slower. I don't mean to be, I don't mean to be critical.
She could have sounded a little sadder, too.
That's right.
She sounded a little upbeat. She sounded like she was, announcing, George Washington.
You feel she could have done a more emotional read?
A little more emotional.
Fred is a very good actor.
Wow. I'm shocked.
I mean, it sounded like she was like when little kids get up at the assembly and talk about Thanksgiving.
She was more broken. She'd have been more broken up if a pet had died. Is that what you're saying?
All you motherfuckers fed into this horse shit my father had to do for a living. You encouraged him to wrestle those fucking alligators. Right. Now I don't have a daddy.
Right.
Shame on all of you.
Daddy be coming home tonight.
My daddy was the coolest. She sounds like a little princess in a Disney movie.
It's so heartbreaking. You see, that I can't handle.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're critiquing her.
But Fred, very difficult.
What are you going to do?
Fred, a very tough critic.
Yeah, I'm like her. Every time I see a crocodile, for some reason I think of my father as well. I don't know why that is.
I would like to say, kill all the stingrays. Fuck them. Kill them. Kill them.
It'd be like Artie going
That's what I'd be like.
It'd be like Artie saying, every time I drive past a house and I see a roof, I smile.
You know what? In a weird way, when I see an antenna, I do sort of think of him. But, an antenna didn't kill him.
When you see a ladder, it killed him.
Yes. Right. Whenever I see a guy on a stolen ladder...
Artie. I just want to say I hate ladders.
Whenever I see a guy on a stolen ladder on top of a picnic table using it completely wrong, I think of my father.
Was it a stolen ladder?
It was, yeah. That's why we couldn't...
And the picnic table. You don't forget it was on a picnic table.
We couldn't sue the fucking ladder company. The lawyer's like, okay, at least it's tragedy, but there's somebody to sue. Right. And I've been in these cases before. A lawyer, like a shark, he's like ready. He goes, we're going to sue the ladder company. What ladder company was it? Me and my mother looked at each other like, yeah, we should have told you about that. What? He stole the ladder.
That's okay, as long as you used it properly. Well, he put it on a picnic bench.
You know what? That's the exact conversation.
Right.
But still...
You two get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah, and then he was like, well, we can sue the house. He was like, the guy had no homeowner's insurance on the house. And he's like, well, yeah, exactly. Well, I got another guy coming in with a broken neck. Could you send him in?
No, this guy ain't going to do.
He pointed us to the welfare office.
Could you sue the picnic table company?
Sue Galileo.
It doesn't say on the picnic table, don't put ladder on top.
Oh, man. Why'd your old man put the ladder on the picnic table?
That's how he was, man. He only kept the 32-foot ladder on the truck because if he had a bigger ladder, it affected his vision. So when he had a higher roof... Again, he thought he was fucking Superman, probably like Irwin. Some guys are like that. I used to see him when I went with him as a kid. He didn't care about ledges, and he would fucking find something to put the ladder on top of and balance it. And
he was the original Jackass.
It was absolutely.
Oh, yeah. He just didn't videotape.
Getting paid a lot less money.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break.
Bad move.
All right, Artie. Sorry.
Steve Irwin will be remembered.
Yeah, that kid, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Despite what Fred said, I think it was a very good speech.
No, the words were terrific.
The words were great. Fred critiqued
Well, whoever wrote them for her
could have worked on the emotional one.
They should have rehearsed her a little better.
Yeah.
I would like a similar funeral. All right, we'll be back right after this. What song you got here?
Midnight Rider.
Oh. Must be a different version that I know.
Live at Sirius.
Oh. Allman Brothers or just...
I think it's Greg and Warren Haynes.
Who?
Greg and Warren Haynes.
Okay.
He's with the Allman Brothers.
This is great.
Just doing the same songs for 30 years. Gotta run
to keep from hiding, and I'm bound to keep on riding. I got one more silver dollar, but I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the midnight ride.
Who originally sang on this song? Was it his brother, Dwayne?
No, this was...
Greg did?
Yeah.
Greg always sang those songs?
Greg always sang this one.
Oh.
Why are you saying you don't...
I just forget the history of the Allman Brothers. I'm not a huge Allman Brothers guy. I just know Dickie Betts was really good, and him and Dwayne Allman were great together on guitar.
Yeah, this was one of the ones Greg wrote all by himself, I believe.
Oh, is that right?
It was always his tune, yeah.
But I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. Not gonna let them catch the midnight ride.
This guy Warren Haynes is the shit, too, man. What a guitar player.
Yeah, he's with Government Mule most of the time.
And the Allmans, yeah.
My dad might be onto something here. Gary, hand me something of that. The guy from the Post is a radio consultant. I didn't realize that.
Wow.
And then Manelli Consulting. And this one now Inside Radio saying, I love all the publicity. Which would mean to me they're kind of downplaying what they did. If Howard Stern hadn't been feeling the love from the media lately, and he probably feels a bit neglected, the rumors about a possible return to terrestrial radio have him back on everybody's A-list. Yesterday, Inside Radio fielded curious calls from all the major cable TV talk shows. Yeah, well, the stock went down. How many points? Gary just told me? I didn't even know that.
How many points?
Serious?
Yeah.
It was at about...
On their little speculative rumor.
About a quarter yesterday.
About a quarter. So, I mean, 25 cents. Is that what you mean? What do you mean a quarter?
25 cents.
25 cents. Didn't drop a quarter.
A quarter. Dropped 25 cents. That's a quarter.
A quarter might be a percentage.
A quarter of the entire stock.
It was at about $4. A quarter percentage would be $1, so it dropped 25 cents.
It opened at 3.8 cents.
It dropped 25 points is what you're saying.
25 cents.
25 cents it dropped.
Right.
Well, that's different than a quarter. A quarter is when you refer to money, Gary.
I'm referring to money. It's at
No. When you say a quarter, it could have meant a quarter.
It's semantics. It's at 3.
It's not semantics.
86 cents and it dropped a quarter, 25 cents.
No, it dropped 25 cents. Didn't drop a quarter.
You could have meant a 25% drop by saying a quarter.
Yeah.
Which is how the language usually is. Actually.
Right, yeah.
Gary and Sal are fighting the whole time. I'm talking to Gary. He's got a dumb monkey over his head.
Gary's trying to argue stocks, and Sal's behind him. Sal, the stockbroker, is behind him.
Yeah. Oh, so now I'm enjoying the new publicity wave that Inside Radio was good enough to start with a fake report.
Isn't that interesting?
From a clear channel.
That's almost like saying you probably dropped this story just to get your name in the paper.
I had to write him a thank you note. Yesterday, Inside Radio fielded curious calls, and that's good for me. Writing about Stern is good copy, and covering him is usually good for ratings. Both Stern on yesterday's show and Sirius at the corporate level insists he's committed to being exclusive to satellite radio. Yeah. So where'd you get your rumor from? Let's hear your source. Whatever. It's just interesting. Maybe my dad's onto something.
Yeah.
Maybe. You never know. Stranger things have happened. You know. Hey, Mary Ann, you're on the air.
Howard, your father may have not been there when you were born, but he's certainly there for you now.
Yes.
My husband sells Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. Not one car goes out, Howard, without Sirius Radio.
Oh, I know that.
And also, the friend has a store. Everything is Sirius, and he said, wait till that new, Walkman comes out. People have it on, back order. But I wanted to tell you, Howard, I wrote to John Minnelli. I called the Post. I wrote to the Daily News for you. They haven't been printing any of my letters, so I think there's a campaign against, even Stern fans. And I want to tell you, Howard, I saw you on 60 Minutes, and Sunday was my birthday. Thank you for that present. You look sexy and handsome.
Well, thank you, Mary Ann.
And wait, Artie, I didn't see a movie.
All right. I love Mary Ann, but in small doses.
She hit her 45-second limit.
Right.
You know what? The other day they gave Artie an F, Marry, Kill on the wrap-up show, and you said you'd marry Mary Ann, I think.
I said it.
No, yeah, we debated it. I had originally said maybe I'd just F her and marry Penny Crone.
Well, you said that. I said I'd marry Mary Ann. Mary Ann's a good-looking girl.
Howard had me rethinking that. I might marry Mary Ann.
She's really, really good-looking.
Crazy Alice was the other one, which is a no-brainer. Kill her.
My dad's all chatty today. Hey,
He's
Dad.
back?
Yeah, hello.
Hey.
You know, Gary reported to you 25 cents. Now, that's not a lot, but you work it this way.
Oh, it is a lot.
It's a lot because it's a big drop because percentage-wise.
Yes.
If you take a stock that's $4 and drops 25 cents, that's a big percentage.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing. I just was trying to clarify. Did it drop a quarter or 25? In other words, did it drop a quarter of its total price? But I know 25 cents to that stock is a huge drop.
No, if the stock was $4, let's say it dropped $1, then you would say it dropped. Okay, now the other thing is, I neglected to mention, yesterday I was happening to watch some channels, news channels, and both two channels, NBC and the stockbrokers, stock channel, they had stories about you.
Right.
Now, what has this got to do with the financial market, unless there's some kind of tie-in? In other words, you're a performer. And so somebody comes out with a story, you may be leaving and so forth. Why would that suddenly appear in a financial thing? So in other words, it had an effect. It was, you follow what I'm getting?
Yes. I'm saying I think you're onto something.
Entertainment Tonight, that's one thing. They want to show it because you're entertained. But why would the financial? They had a whole talk
because it affects a stock price. And if you put up a fake story and benefit from it somehow,
that story,
are you in violation is what you're saying?
As far as I'm concerned, that story definitely had an effect on that stock, no matter what anybody says. And if it's considered manipulation, that's what the SEC looks for. And if they check the books of a day before he put out the story and somebody took a big position, you got a story there, too.
Interesting.
That was the point I'm making. And it shouldn't have been on the financial medium. What for?
Interesting. Thank you.
That's all I want to say.
All right.
Take care.
Don't have a heart attack over this.
No, I just want the right thing to be said.
Right. I agree with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad. My old man knows about this stuff. He's no dummy. I might be a dummy, but he's no dummy. What?
You want to deal with one more story about this? It's on the JD page in the upper left-hand corner at CNBC. The only reason we like this one is because the guy commenting in you sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right. I think I'm done with this story, honestly.
All right, Howard Stern, arguably the best known name, well, he used to be anyway, in radio. So when
now I'm a nothing name.
Rumors begin to swirl about his placement on the dial. Both fans and investors listen. For the latest, we're joined by George Zalai. He's a business editor with The Hollywood Reporter. George, I'm telling you, before this ever happened, you could see Stern's angst increase as it got closer and closer.
What?
This guy now recognized something that no one else did.
My angst.
You could see it.
When he was going to make the switch. I think he knew that, I mean, it's hard to turn down $500 million, but he knew he was going to disappear, and he has. Yeah,
It's hard to disappear.
What the fuck?
What, are you insane? There's nothing hard about this. This is the greatest thing ever. Oh.
You know, there have been studies made that said that when he was on terrestrial radio, up to 20 million people were listening to him. Sirius satellite radio doesn't break out how many people listen to him on a regular basis.
Who cares how many? I don't care if 4 people listen to me. Why do I care as long as subscriptions are going through the roof? This is the nuttiest thing ever. settle for tidal wave.
You know, the story, the end of the story, or the story that's written...
I can't bear to listen to this. It's ridiculous.
It's written at the end of 5 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At the end of 5 years...
It's been written already.
No, but
I had to get 1 million listeners here to pay for our deal, and we've now got 4.5. And we're probably responsible for about 4 of them. I can't take responsibility for all of them.
But the people are writing the story as if it's over.
Yeah.
But they have less than 5 million subscribers. If only half of them listen to him, he's way off the 20 million mark. And he's
I never expected a 20 million mark.
I'm laughing at the guy's accent.
To be very competitive, so you can see how he might want to, be listened to by many more people than
I don't want to be listened to by a lot of people. This is fine.
We're upset that there's so many.
Yeah. I don't care if... What do you want, Ralphie boy?
Hey, now. You know, I was listening to a replay from, like, last week. It was one of these bullshit roundtables where they were saying your star's not shining as bright and all this other stuff. Like,
good.
But wait, where were these? When did you ever get positive press? Like, all of a sudden, you were
My star was shining bright. I remember leaving terrestrial radio. They were saying that all my ratings were down, and the reason I was leaving is because I had no listeners left.
But now you're gone, oh, you were great over there, but you suck here.
Right.
When did anybody say you were fucking great?
Never. They've never said I was great.
No, they're just totally spinning this shit.
Well, yeah, there might even be a financial reason behind it. That's the interesting thing.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I was thinking that as well.
Thank you.
Bubba the Love Sponge. Hey, Bubba, you nervous about Robin in the racing?
I'm more pissed off about this bullshit that Clear Channel everybody's trying to do. I'm trying to write notes, and I can't even fucking think straight right now.
Did you know Inside Radio is owned by Clear Channel?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's just, I can't, I'm tongue-tied right now. One, I am mad about the Robin shit, too. I am mad. She said that she compared me to Elvis Presley. Fucking black. But and I went on HowardTV.com last night thinking I could find this.
No.
It's not up. I almost tried to call Goodstein to see if he could FedEx me the tape of her being at the track, because I could determine whether she was really going 150 or not.
Is she under your skin? In other words, Robin was...
Why do you care if I was going 150 or not?
Because I want you to be honest with the listeners and not embellish.
I didn't say anything. That's what they told me.
Well, I can't even really think straight right now. I'm so beside myself. I'm beside myself over this railroad job that they're doing to Howard.
That is a railroad job, but it's okay.
We've been railroaded before.
Bubba, I've been railroaded so many times in my career.
I know
you have. I mean, this is something that you got to develop a thick skin about. I've always been written about, and that I'm a failure. And even on terrestrial radio.
All right, so we can move on to there, and I can talk about what I'm really mad about.
Yeah, go ahead. What are you really mad about?
Well, I'm in a no-win situation. Robin sits up there.
A no-win.
In her golden fucking microphone back there and just spews out all these lies. And, so she got a Corvette for her 53rd birthday or for Mr. X or whatever. I don't know. But, and she went, got it in 6th gear on the New Jersey Turnpike. Now all of a sudden she shows up to the fucking training session with flip-flops.
Right.
That would be like Derek Jeter trying out for a tryout with no baseball glove.
But listen to me.
I said I didn't know anything about racing, and I'm going to beat you. That's exactly why I should show up that way.
I take it easy on you now, but now I'm going to spin you out if I can.
Try it.
I'm so mad, Jerry.
Try it. I want you to do whatever you can.
I did see the film. She looks impressive in her...
Howard, no disrespect, but you don't know what to look for.
No, I don't. I don't know anything about it, but I see that she was going 150 miles an hour, and that was a governor on there. She says she was bored. She wanted to go faster.
What do we have to look for? We saw a car going fast.
Right, and going around the track.
Right. Robin's racing. I need to put a right front on her is what I need to do and see how she can handle it when she's a little bit assy in the corners.
You're very funny because you think I want to race you right now. I'm not a stupid person. I know that was just going fast around the track. That wasn't racing. I'm going to learn to race, Bubba. That's what you have to worry about.
Whatever. This is bullshit.
Bubba, if she beats you. Bubba, if she does beat you, is it the end of the Bubba mystique? Is it the end of Bubba as the man?
Are we going to have a doctor there for you?
Remember when Billie Jean King beat Bobby Riggs in the Astrodome?
Yeah, I mean, could you ever live that down? I mean, could you even have another racer on your show? Or
could you be the biggest within the racing community or whoever I hang out with or what my friends or my listeners? It would be the biggest fucking rib going that I got beat by a Robin.
I mean, here's a girl who grew up in Baltimore, never been around racing. You've been racing your whole life. And she gets out there and beats you.
Yeah.
At least he would have been on the track in a real race.
You know, and
that's something, Bubba.
Hold on, Robin. Are you insinuating that I've never been on a track in a real race? I'm a track champion. I'm a fucking track champion, Robin Quivers.
Wow. This drives him crazy.
Yeah, and in fairness, the Bobby Riggs, Billie Jean King analogy is bad because in that match, both of their heads were clouded by pussy.
Right. Well, Bubba, I can't wait for the race.
They can't get here fast enough, but all this him-hawing around, why can't we put a hard date with a hard set of parameters? Because Robin...
Well, she's got to learn. She's never driven before.
I keep saying, I don't know anything. That's why I'm there in the flip-flops.
You know
I'm going to learn, and then I'm going to beat you.
Robin, please don't get mad at me for saying this, because I've made no bones that you're one of my favorites on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But, Robin, do you understand how much the instructors probably were clowning you behind your back, showing up, taking it not that seriously?
Oh, he's good.
I mean, seriously, they're probably like, what the fuck?
My dear, I don't care. I went to learn. I said, I don't know anything, but I'm going to learn as much as Bubba, and then I'm going to beat him.
But you're not going to learn as much as me, Robin. That's
well, let's see.
That's like saying because I'm, do afternoon drive on Howard Station, then I'm going to learn as much as him and be better than him. That ain't going to fucking happen at this juncture.
We'll see.
Well, no, it ain't.
We'll see.
It's just, I'm going to see. I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I want to participate in this.
Are you now?
You backing down?
You can't back down.
Well, I don't have any track time. I got a decent track time myself. I just can't go out to Pocono.
Why? She's a girl. You can beat her.
I don't know anything about racing.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Fucking Tim the Bulldog Sabian told me to call in, and now I'm getting fucking railroaded. I feel like I'm inside radio.
Inside radio. Bubba, you go, you take her on, you do it.
Be a man.
So, Howard, what are you going to do as our immediate supervisor when I whip her ass? Are you going to make her do something to me or something?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Promise?
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. I'm going to go wait.
Robin, you're going to have to do something to him.
I'll do something to him, all right. He won't like it.
You're going to have to discipline him.
I'll stick a hot poker up his ass.
Just let me eat her out.
Yeah, right. If you take the hot poker, you can eat me out.
Robin, that's a win-win for you.
Although it is a win for you. If you let Bubba...
he makes me squirt, right?
Right. I mean, if he makes you squirt, it's going to be fabulous for you.
Where I lack in length, like Mr. X, he may have a 9 or 10 or I may have a 5.5 or a 6, but the technique of the two-finger cul-de-sac is second to none. I bet you had never squirted with Mr. X straight vaginal penetration.
That's true, and so what?
All right, listen, Bubba.
I'm going to beat you on the race.
We'll be listening to you at 3 o'clock.
I bet you guys will. Have a great day.
All right, Bubba. Bye. There's Bubba the Love Sponge. They say that Robin is getting to him.
Look at him. He wants to back out of the race.
Robin, go ahead. Let's wrap up the news, even though that guy in Boston wants us to stay on forever.
I know.
Right.
Did you see that there's a campaign to get Oprah Winfrey? They're trying to draft her for president in 2008. Oprah's getting all upset, but it is getting some traction.
Woman from the South.
Number 10 is If Oprah Was President, a song clip.
She wouldn't say bombs away.
Oprah would solve the problem in the Middle East, I feel.
Well, this guy who's put her up for president and is trying to get her drafted, Patrick Crow, seems to think that she would change the face of American politics. If she
there was no other way. She'd bring the states a new kind of strength.
Catchy tune.
If Oprah was president.
Oprah was president.
The face of politics would get a lot fatter.
Oprah was president.
Yeah, he's really into it. He has a whole website going. He has a phone number.
What kind of fruit is this guy?
Oprah would be a wonderful president.
Jesus.
69-year-old guy named Patrick Crow. He's a self-avowed Oprah fan. And contends that she is what the country needs. And he'd like to draft her. Oprah says she doesn't want any part of this, and now she has had her lawyer send out a legal letter telling this guy to stop using her name.
Could sue him.
It would be great if the guy was just breaking balls. That's awesome.
Anything else, Robin?
What would you do if your teenage daughter showed up at the house with a new boy and he told you, well, I have to tell you that I molested my 6-year-old half-sister when I was 14?
I'd sit him down and I'd say, You're going out with my daughter. Why on God's earth would you tell me that?
Because the court has ordered him to.
Oh, I see.
I'd say, come here, let me show you the inside of the microwave oven.
Let's see if we can fit your head in my oven.
Yeah, real quick. Let me show you the wood chipper I got outside.
I'd say to my daughter, thanks for wrecking my life.
This is a New Jersey teenager who, at 14, molested his half-sister. He's not allowed to be around any girl 10 or younger, has to stay away from his half-sister, and until he's 18, he has been ordered to notify the parents of anyone he dates about his conviction.
Is he better looking than Fred?
They don't have a picture of him.
All right. Our new sex symbol.
You can't be around anybody 10 or under. That's hilarious.
I'm not allowed to be around 10-year-olds.
Like an 11-year-old is a difference.
I'm hoping you'll welcome me into your house.
Pete Rose, did you hear about this? Pete Rose signed a bunch of balls.
It's funny as hell.
I'm sorry I bet on baseball, Pete Rose, and now those balls are going on sale for as much as $10,000 a piece, and Pete sort of apologized for it, but then said, you know what? I'm going to sign some more.
Why not? Yeah. It's like O.J. signing knives.
Pete isn't getting any money for the ones that are on sale right now because he signed them for a friend.
O.J., would you sign this knife and say you're sorry for killing Nicole? Certainly. I'm so sorry I killed Nicole. Love O.J.
Is that Kathy with an I and an E or Y?
The balls will be sold at Field of Dreams, a sports collectible retail chain with 30 stores across the country.
Hey-oh.
Rose will offer the inscription at Field of Dreams stores in Las Vegas, where he meets and greets fans 15 days a month. The balls will probably go for a few $100s each. They are now saying they want people, you know, the average guy to be able to get a hold of one of these I'm sorry I bet on baseball balls from Pete Rose. He thinks he's got to make a buck.
Pete, would you sign my balls?
I might buy. I heard you can get one for $1,000. I might buy one.
Well, yeah, the price is going to go down if there's going to be more of them, right?
I heard he signed like 300.
Well, they said there's 30 on sale. There might be as many as 300, but he's also going to he's going to sign some more.
If I sign your knife, sorry I killed Ron Goldman, that's only $50.
The baby that was kidnapped after the woman's throat was slashed, they have found her safe and sound. Apparently it was another one of those situations where a woman had a miscarriage and she's so brokenhearted over the fact that her baby is gone that she stole someone else's baby. But one of her relatives convinced her to give up the baby and turn herself in.
I'd feel so wanted if everyone was fighting over me as a baby. Nobody seemed to steal me.
They just let you go home.
Yeah. Whose baby is that? I just lost my baby. Whose baby is that? Oh, that's the Howard Stern baby. All right. I don't want it. That baby's name is Howard Stern.
I just lost my baby. What's that baby's name?
I'd rather have no baby. I don't want that one.
Oh, geez.
Is that a boy? Oh, that is a boy. That's a penis, right? He's horribly deformed. Anything else?
Alexa Ray passed out backstage before her performance on September 9th at Marist College. Alexa Ray, daughter of Billy Joel, who's embarking on a singing career, also the daughter of Christy Brinkley. She is explaining now that her tour schedule and her mom's headline-making divorce caught up with her just before that show, and she ended up fainting from the stress.
All right.
So Alexa Ray out there on the singing concert circuit. President Bush in New York spoke to the United Nations yesterday.
I hope he's gone. The traffic has been horrible.
Well, all the leaders are still here. In fact, you know, the worst thing to be is the president of Thailand this morning. He was supposed to address the UN General Assembly yesterday, and they canceled it because he was overthrown. He doesn't even run the country anymore.
While he was here, he got overthrown?
The military took over the country, and now he's not a leader.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's here in New York, and his country is being run by other people.
That's not nice. You let him give a speech anyway.
No, you can't give a speech. You're supposed to be a world leader giving a speech.
Got bad news, sir. That great parking spot you got is now illegal.
You're just a private citizen.
Now you're driving a cab.
Anyway, President Bush says that leaders in Syria, you know, he was basically addressing the other nations that we're having problems with right now. You know, he talked about Iraq and how we're not leaving there. And then he turned his attentions to Iran and said they must stop pursuing nuclear weapons, number one.
Iran must abandon its nuclear weapons ambitions. Despite what the regime tells you.
I hate when guys can't say nuclear, especially Jimmy Carter was like that. Well, how does he say it? Nuclear.
Nuclear. Yeah.
Nuclear.
No wonder they don't know what to do. He's pronouncing the word.
We have no objection to Iran's pursuit of a truly peaceful nuclear power program.
Nuclear. Where's the L? Nuclear.
Nuclear.
It's really messed up, man. You're supposed to address the UN and you find out your country's been taken away from you.
Yeah.
Today, I address you. I am probably the first massage parlor worker to ever address the UN. I work on 33rd. Happy ending. Thank you.
Discount for friends of Sal.
Yesterday, I was a world leader. Now I work in massage parlor at the desk. And occasionally, I give a guy a hand job. Anything else, Robin?
Yes, then he turned his sights to Syria and said the leaders there have allowed themselves to become sponsors of terrorism, number two.
Your land is home to a great people with a proud tradition of learning and commerce. Today, your rulers have allowed your country to become a crossroad for terrorism.
Also speaking yesterday was the Iranian president, Ahmadinejad, who avoided President Bush. Everybody was, you know, he had to challenge the president to a debate about a month ago and said that he would confront the president at the UN, but he dodged the president yesterday. And here he says other countries don't need nuclear weapons.
What do they need these weapons for? Is the development and stockpiling of these deadly weapons designed to promote peace and democracy?
Oh, that's the interpreter. They don't even let you hear him. And he says the Security Council can't make peace in Iraq with U.S. as a member.
Insecurity in Iraq affects the entire region. Can the Security Council play a role in restoring peace and security in Iraq?
I don't care.
Well, I'm just telling you what the people in that area are saying. We're very occupied with that area right now. Instead, you're probably interested in what happened on Dancing with the Stars.
Shh, don't tell me. Was it on last night?
Apparently so.
Yeah, I don't watch it anymore. I'm bored. I'm not into it.
Don't like this current group, huh?
I'm burned out. I don't know. I don't care. It's weird.
All right. Well, the other thing that was surprising to me today was looking in the paper to see pictures of Anna Nicole and her son.
Yeah.
It's on the cover of the newspaper. Do you realize those pictures were sold to In Touch magazine for $400,000? And that I think a couple of Entertainment Tonight and one of the other shows have also paid money to be able to show those photos. Nobody is saying who the photographer is, but these were the personal photos, the last photos taken of her son Daniel before he died.
So who took them? Anna Nicole Smith?
Well, she's in the photo.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't know who sold them, but it seems to me she would have control. But they are saying part of the money will be used for a charitable foundation in Daniel's name. It just seems odd to me that she'd be making money on this. But it does make her a bigger star. She's on the cover of the paper every day.
There you go.
That's what's happening.
All right, Robin. To the guy in Boston, I didn't cut the show short. And hopefully in 5 years I'll be better looking than Fred. That's what I'm hoping, that he'll age horribly.
There's still time.
That's right. Thank you to everyone, especially our guest today, Johnny Knoxville. Fun having him here, and that was a good time. Good time today. And thank you to my father for calling in and defending me. Thank you, Dad.
Join King Norris October 6th, Friday night at Burke's, 645 Bronx River Road, I
thought we fixed this wire. Hey, Scott, I thought we fixed this wire under the console. I'm going to end up pulling out the whole system's going to go down. I don't know what that wire is. What happened? How come you guys can't fix that wire?
We tightened it up last week.
Yeah, now it's, my feet are pulling on it.
It came out again? All right, I'll look at it after the show.
There's got to be a way to permanently fix this.
You want to wait that long? It's a wire.
No, it's okay. Just leave. I don't want them under the console now. I'm too aggravated.
We'll look at a better way to secure that again.
Thank you. There's a wire that lives underneath my console. Excuse me. Excuse me. There's a wire that lives under my console. And I tell them that my feet are grabbing onto it. See? And I don't know what this wire is. It could pull us right off the air.
Why don't they tape it down? I mean, how come it's like lying there?
They do tape it down. And as you see, they tape. I don't know what happens. I don't understand. You know, I don't understand.